The views and opinions on this broadcast are those of wearecolerain.com and do not reflect the views of Colerain High School, Colerain Football, or the Northwest School District. Enjoy the game.
Welcome to Dwyer Field at Atrium Stadium here in Mason, Ohio on the campus of Mason Middle School. This is Chris Amanitis along with Brian and Brandon Wyatt and Mike Warwick bringing you Ohio High School Athletic Association Division I Region 4 football playoff action. It's the regional finals. Tonight, your Colerain Cardinals are battling the Elder Panthers. Don't adjust your dial. It's not a redux from 2018. It's the exact same matchup we had last year. This year, going to be significantly different. Thank you so much for joining tonight's broadcast. A couple of quick reminders again, and we'll get through them real quickly. Again, we'd love to hear from you wherever you are. You can email us here in the booth, radio@wearecolerain.com. Follow us along at wearecolerain. Our Snapchat is up and running tonight. We've already had some interesting storylines posted in there from Alex Kaiser down on the field. Of course, Jason Helfrich on Twitter will be giving scoring plays and updates all throughout the night. So,
and then go to our webpage sometime during the week. The great photographs by our volunteer, Frank Legible.
Absolutely. Frank Legible providing fantastic photojournalism over the past, really the whole season. And you can see those right there on the website, We Are Colerain. Underneath photos, you'll see those photo galleries there. So, tonight we have got the matchup, the one that from a Division I perspective in the city, everyone has been kind of pointing to really over just the past few weeks. Because I don't think, gentlemen, you would agree that, at least at the beginning of the season, there was not a lot of expectation that our Cardinals would be able to make it quite this far into the postseason.
You know the multiple words that you heard there, Chris. Rebuilding. New coach. New players. Oh, they graduated too many. They're young.
Colerain, coordinators.
New coordinator. This is going to be a down year for Colerain. Well, if this is a down year, I'll take it.
Again, just to recap, and we've all heard it so many times, but the Colerain Cardinals, of course, come into this game 11-1. Are they getting ready to do the national anthem? Just want to take a minute.
They are.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and pause before we do our quick recap and preview so that we can hear the Elder Marching Band deliver our national anthem. Very nice rendition of our national anthem by the Elder Marching Band, aided on percussion by Brandon Wyatt. So tonight, again, just kind of recapping for these Colerain Cardinals, they're coming into the game with a overall 11-1 record, having finished the regular season 9-1 and having won the last two playoff games over Princeton and Fairfield. They have looked just spectacular on defense, doing it, and offensively more than capable. They've won by scores of 30-7 and last week 28-7 over Fairfield. Tonight they're taking on an Elder Panther team that is, I think many expected that would be in this position at the end of the year. And let's be clear, it is based entirely, almost entirely on their offense. This is a team that averages 38.4 points a game. They have two offensive linemen, one headed to Ohio State, one headed to Louisville. They are big, they are strong, they are fast. They've got a tight end, Joe Royer. You're going to hear his name probably a lot tonight, number 11, He's also going to Ohio State. He's 6'5", 225. They are a offensive juggernaut. Our defense is going to be tested in ways tonight that they haven't been tested all year. And unfortunately, they're going to be down in man, as I'm sure many have heard it. For maybe those of you who have not, last week there was a very unfortunate accident after the game on Friday night. Our starting running back and part-time linebacker, Jalen Thomas, number 2, was involved in an automobile accident. And let's just say that the words "he's lucky to be alive" were used. And he had surgery this past Monday. He's doing better. In fact, he did everything in his power to try and make it out to the game tonight, but he's just not going to be able to make it. But he's here in spirit, obviously, gentlemen, and they're going to do everything they can to fight for Jalen in this game. But losing him on offense, clearly our leading rusher, as well as losing him part-time on defense, is going to really make this game a hard hill to climb.
And you look in the stands throughout, you'll see a sea of white. The Jalen Strong T-shirts, I believe they're still going to be selling them at Sports Machine. And thank you to the Sports Machine guys. 100% of the sales will go to Jalen's medical. Did anybody here? Does he have a GoFundMe page?
I looked, and I did not see one. So I'm not sure if they went that route or not. I mean, obviously his bills and his rehab they're gonna take some time. I mean, he's in a wheelchair, and he's gonna. Just talking with the AD, Craig, before the game, saying that he won't even be back to school until after Thanksgiving. So he's got a long road to recovery ahead of him, but they do expect a full recovery. Obviously, we're not going to get into the details of what was injured for HIPAA rules and laws and all those kinds of things, but he had some pretty serious injuries, and he's had the surgeries. He's back home, and now it's just a matter of resting, rehab, and the prognosis for him continuing to play beyond high school. Obviously, he's a senior. We're good. So best wishes to Jalen and his recovery. And special tribute tonight, senior captain Deshaun Pace, who has played a very large role in this team's success all season long, normally wearing number 3 tonight, has switched his jersey to number 2 in honor of his senior classmate and friend Jalen Thomas. And so Deshaun Pace will be on the field wearing number 2. If you're watching this game live on Spectrum Channel 1, which is also broadcasting the game tonight.
Yeah, and it will be interesting. You know, Chris, you were saying how the Elders all about their offense. Their defense might be a little suspect, but stats are deceiving. When you score that many points, that's more opportunities that the other team's going to have to touch the ball. So if you're averaging 45 points a game and you're keeping teams to 21, that's not a bad defense, because unlike some of the games that we've had with Colerain and Princeton, where you only get 3, maybe 4 possessions a half, you're getting 6, 7 possessions a half because their offense is that good, keeps their defense on the field.
So, and that's an interesting point, right? So
that's why I said it.
Yeah, we talk about the defense. They give up 358 yards per game on defense, right? Not great. But here's the thing: they only allow 6.1 points per game, which is first in the GCL South. So it's a very interesting dynamic. How do they give up so many yards?
There's no way they gave up. They gave up 54 points to Clearwater. They gave up 42. They gave up 49.
You know, it's funny, but when you go to the stats on GCL, that's what it says. I didn't go back and do the math, but I went back but that's what it says.
That's impossible, because they gave up 27 to LaSalle. They gave up 28 to St. X, and they gave up 6. Every team except Moeller scored more than 6 points. That's not correct.
I'd like to redo that math and figure out what that is. But
I think you forgot a number in front of there. I think they're averaging giving up 26. Well, it's probably even more than that.
It would have to be.
31 against.
It would have to be, right?
31 versus Cathedral. 54 versus Clearwater.
So you riled up a number.
Stop
49 versus Union. 28.
Mike's going to figure it out.
37 against Whitten Woods.
He's going to go out to GCLsports.com right now and figure it out. Anyway.
I'm just telling you, they gave up way more than 6 points a game.
The defense is not the strength of the Elder Panthers. However, they are not to be overlooked. They were able to hold St. X last week to just 24 points. So this is a team, obviously, that is very good. Again, the strength of their team is on the offensive line. If you listen to Coach Doug Ramsey earlier this week, he was on Mike Dyer's High School Insider podcast. And, do the math. Pull up a calculator or something, Mike. Do the math on that. But anyway, Brandon will do it because he wants to know.
Pull up a calculator. This is ridiculous. You would say, let's be very clear coming into this game that we are really, really, really good on defense, and we struggle at times on offense. They are really, really, really good on offense,
yes,
and struggle mightily on defense.
Yes. So possessions are going to be...
So we're mirror images of each other is what I'm getting at.
Mirror images, exactly right. Mirror images. So it'll be interesting to see what Colerain does offensively tonight without Jalen Thomas. You know, Brian, Jalen kind of got inserted into the lineup full-time during the Middletown game. And really that's when this offense kind of took off, right, throughout the course of the year. Well, what do you think, if anything, is going to be different in this game? Or what? I mean, how do you think they adjust for the loss of Jalen?
Well, you're going to miss his power and speed on the outside. I mean, in the playoffs, he's got 300 yards in the playoffs, so you can't really replace that. But what we saw from our offensive coordinator, Tyler Williams, he got really creative the last couple of weeks. So he's got weapons. You know, you don't have the same weapon. You know, you're switching a guy out, next guy in. Don't know what they're going to do, but, you know, you're probably going to get a heavy dose of pace, you know. You might see a lot of that, but who knows? As I said, they were so creative last week. We saw plays that we never seen Colerain run before.
They give up 25 points a game. It jumps up to 31 if you only count Ohio teams.
Interesting statistic. So that's a great point. So let's talk a little bit about Deshaun there, because here was, I guess, my concern. Again, we're waiting. You're going to see, and I'm going to say this again. We say it every week, but we'll say it again. For those of you that are watching online, obviously you're going to get a direct stream of the scoreboard tonight. We apologize. It looks like there's a couple of bulbs blown out on the scoreboard here at Mason for the time.
Well, it looks like there is lines.
There's a line right down the line, right to the.
It only affects like 7 out of the 8 numbers, or 7 out of the 10 numbers, but it does affect them.
Right. So anyway, but again, just to reiterate, we are unable to show you any kind of live video tonight of the game due to Ohio High School Athletic Association rules. So we will have the camera on the scoreboard the entire night. So you have your time and your down, your distance and score, and timeouts left, and all that wonderful stuff. And again, we'll be updating that all throughout the broadcast. But getting back to Deshaun, my thoughts through the week as I was preparing the write-up and thinking about how much Deshaun has been involved in this offense, more so in the second half of the year, is he's going to have a really big task on his hands tonight, trying to cover one or several of these elder receivers. How much, do we think they can play him on offense and basically play both ways? We know he's the best player on the team. I'm just concerned about how much we're going to see him. Or are we going to see guys like MJ Flowers and Shannon Murray be asked to do more on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, of course they're going to ask some guys to step up on offense. But defense-wise, Colerain has never really been concerned with covering one-star player. They don't take their best player against your player. They play what they do. They're going to put their corners on an island, and and Pace is going to play the safety and roam the field like he does. But really, Colerain, you've got to trust the guys that got you here. I don't expect to see anything different in the Colerain defense at all.
Well, what you will see, and this is where I think Jalen's going to be more importantly missed, is on his outside linebacker position, because he's kind of the guy. They rotate 3 guys at that position. Elijah Ford is the bigger one, but the young man that's going to have to step up is just a sophomore, and that's number 33, Levert Jarman. At some point, the 5'8", 170-pound sophomore is going to be lined up against an Ohio State recruit in Jacob James, and he's going to have to stand his ground and either contain the play to the inside and let the defense flow, or make a play, or at least just not get blown off the ball.
I agree. Levert Jordan is going to be someone that's going to be involved much more tonight maybe than what he has in the past. So you hear the cheering now from the crowd on the outside. We are in the visitors' press box here at Mason High School. Again, just to clear up any confusion, we are at Mason Middle School, where Mason Comets play their home game, but it's a neutral field. So these Colerain Cardinals and the Elder Panthers can battle for the right to move on and play next week in the state semifinal against the winner of Region 2 between Dublin-Kaufman and Springfield. And of course, we'll be giving updates on that game tonight, as well as the other 2 Division I games going on in the state. So not a whole lot of teams left, only 8 left in the entire state of Ohio in each division. So the scores will be free-flowing throughout the course of the evening.
Yeah, Chris, I was talking to a couple guys that I know, Elder fans, and the discussion came up, and I pretty much agreed with them. This is a big rival. This is Elder Colerain. This is GCL GMC. But I don't think these kids on the field can remember the early 2000s.
No.
When this was one of the.
They weren't alive.
Yeah, one of the rivalries that fans got really stupid, and I'm one of them. How how intense those games were. This game's going to be intense, but they were as X's kind of now. For some reason, we played Elder a lot, all in the playoffs. And they always, except for 1 year, they got us. But so this is a huge rivalry, but as much on the field as it is in the stands, as it is in the local bars and restaurants of all these guys working. They're purple and red all over the place.
A couple of statistics, just from a history standpoint, these two teams have played 14 times, and depending on whether or not you count the win in 95 or not, if you don't count the win and you want to count it as a forfeit, Colerain does hold an all-time edge of 8 wins over 6 losses against the Elder Panthers. They have won 4 in a row, including last year's regional final game where, again, interestingly, talk about mirror images of each other. Elder came into last year's regional final having to not play their starting quarterback, Michael Bittner, who had played all year at the position, and they inserted kind of this unknown junior who was a backup by the name of Matthew Luby. Colerain went on to win that game in convincing fashion, 42-0, although it was 14-0 late into the third quarter. Colerain really kind of piled it on there in the fourth, but flipped the script. Now this year, Colerain has lost one of their senior starters at running back and linebacker in Jalen Thomas, and we're going to see how that all plays out. But, I think it's fair to say that Elder is probably the favorite in this game coming in, but, for Colerain, I think they've got a lot riding on their side. They've got a lot of momentum, feeling good about themselves, out there playing for Jalen, and hopefully this is going to be a great game between two very good football teams.
Cardinals won the toss and defer. Panthers will get the opening kickoff as Cameron Ott is set to kick off for the Cardinals. Cardinals in all white, Panthers in all purple with the white tops.
White helmets.
The helmet is on top.
Yeah, the helmet's the top of the uniform, Chris.
Very top.
And if you're Elder, they even wear a helmet on top of their helmets. They have mushroom-shaped cushions on top of their helmets that they wear.
It's Ben Dieter from the Panthers will be set up deep.
I'm not
about
kidding.
Their own 10-yard
I don't know
line.
what you call that, but it's like a mushroom.
Yep.
It's like a cap on top of their helmet they wear. All of them.
Yep, so waiting for the clock to run down here. It's the 10-2 Elder Panthers, the number 4 seed, taking on the Colerain Cardinals 11-1, the number 3 seed in this region. The top 2 seeds, St. X and Fairfield respectively, having bowed out to both of these teams last week. So
again, this game is on Spectrum, so that we're going to have a few timeouts here. Now we're waiting for the clock at the Spectrum for Colerain to give them the go-ahead to kick. Where's that guy with the orange gloves?
I don't know.
Down in the corner somewhere.
What would be ideal here, and I know the beginning of the game can always be a little rough, right? But as Cameron Ott now has been given the okay and he's got the ball lined up on the tee, you really would love to see the Colerain defense come out and stop Elder right off the bat, not let them go down and score and start off in the hole. And we'll see if the defense can step up and do that. So the crowds are cheering. It's a beautiful night here in Southwest Ohio, and we are underway. Cameron Ott gets underneath it, and it's a pooch kick. It's going to come down at about the 20-yard line, looking for a little bit of room to run, and gets absolutely nothing. Taken down short of the 25-yard line are the Elder Panthers, and that's what they will take over, first down and 10.
Yeah, we've seen this all year. He likes to do that little pop-up kick, almost like a punt. He got great hang time of that. The returner got it at the, just outside the 20, but since it was so high, Colerain defense is going to start the Elder Panther offense at their own 24.
The Elder offense is led at quarterback as the aforementioned number 7, Matt Luby, a 5'11", 185-pound senior. He is in the shotgun. Drops back, looks, is going to tuck it and run right up the middle. He's got a huge gap right up the middle, and he's off to the races. He's past the 50. He's into Colerain territory, down to the 40, down to the 35, tackled inside the 35-yard line. We'll say he's down to the 32. Huge run for the senior Matt Luby on first down. That's exactly what he did last week against St. X at the very end of the game on a 4th and 2, ran right up the middle and raced 70 yards for the game-winning score.
Well, he's not the biggest guy. He's only about 5'10", 180 pounds, and that offensive line, Chris talked about it, the two Division I guys, 6'5", 300 pounds, 6'4", 305. He kind of hid behind them and popped out.
So first down and 10 for Elder now, all the way deep into Colerain territory. There's the handoff to number 21 in the backfield, and he's going to be swarmed under. Let's see if I can get a, of course he's not on the depth chart as far. It was 21, right?
Yes. 21.
21
Yeah,
is
Joseph
Catania.
Catania.
You have him listed
Yep.
as 12.
I have him as 12.
You
My apologies.
mistyped.
Yep.
And Catania also only 5'10", 180 pounds. They really rely on this big offensive line.
So no gain on that first down run. Second down and 10.
5 wide. Shift now. Trips to the left with one back.
Tanya in the backfield. Looking to pass does Luby. He passes complete to number 1. He's got it. He's going to be tackled after a short gain. That is Evan Vollmer, a 5'9", 170-pound senior.
Just a little quick hitch. Catches it right immediately, hit by Sean Williamson, but it's going to be a 5.5-yard gain. Makes it 3rd and medium for the Panthers.
Panthers got a good kicking game, but where they're ball, they have to get to about the 22. This might be 2-down territory.
Empty backfield here. 2 wide receivers split wide to the left, 2 to the top to the right. Number 8 is in the block. Luby drops back, passes, and it is complete to number 12, who takes it and steps out of bounds all the way down to the 15-yard line. It'll be a first down for Elder. He was wide open.
Drew Ramsey, the coach's other son, as his older son was the quarterback here a few years ago, now the starting quarterback in Indiana. Drew Ramsey with the catch there. He's also, I think, the heir apparent for a quarterback here for the Panthers.
Only a sophomore.
What Elder does, a lot of 4 different formations, a lot of motion, and set it up, and that combo route left him wide open.
So again, same formation, 2 receivers to the right. Oh, nope. There goes Ramsey in motion. Fakes the handoff. Luby's going to keep it himself and try and run up the middle, and he runs right into the waiting arms of Dante Corleone. I think maybe he picked up 1 yard on the play, maybe 2.
Yeah, he thought he had some space and at least was going to fall forward as he ran, but Corleone threw off his man, and Luby really looked surprised that he got pushed back. He lowered his shoulder like he was going to run over Corleone, who wasn't in the best position to brace himself to have that strong pull, but Corleone was a brick wall and pushes him forward for a minimal gain.
So 2-yard gain on first down. It's 2nd down and 8. Ball at the Colerain 13-yard line. I'm really interested to hear your guys' take on the line play this evening. There's lots of motion there. We've got 3 wide receivers now split to the left. There goes a man in motion. Play is off to that way. Seven's got it, and he passes it, and is hit hard. Catch is made. Stayed in bounds, but good tackle on the far side by the Colerain defense.
Yeah, Kenny Willis, the sophomore, has really stepped up, and he makes a big hit. It's going to be about a 6-yard gain to make it 3rd and 2, but a little trickery early from Elder. They lined up in a wildcat with Drew Ramsey at quarterback. Sent Luby in motion. Luby took the jet sweep and then was looking to pass immediately. So Elder opening the playbook early here on in the red zone. That'll be a 3rd and 2 for the Cardinal defense to hold.
Elder can get a first down without scoring a touchdown, so that's 3rd and 2 on the 7-yard line. They need to get to the 5. Luby in the shotgun, takes it, drops back, looks to pass, throws it right into the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown by number 11 of the Elder Panthers. That's Joe Royer, the 6'5", 225-pound Ohio State committed tight end.
Yeah, methodical. They worked every angle of that field. I mean, who do you defend? The run, the short run, the long run, the short pass, the long pass. That was an impressive opening drive for the Elder Panther.
And a really good play there by Luby. He basically has the tight end running in between the safety and linebacker. And you know what? They're both there, but Joe Royer's 6'6", and he just puts it in a spot where only his tight end can go up and get it.
Yeah, that was really way too easy for that Elder Panthers offense. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and kick is good.
So with 8:56 to play in the first quarter, the Elder Panthers strike first. They lead 7-0 over the Colerain Cardinals.
You know, it's amazing to me, these Elder Panthers, how many years do they have a big 6'5" tight end?
Every year.
They
Every
always
year.
have that. You know, we remember Kyle Rudolph, who was still playing in the NFL. They always got that guy that is just a mismatch up there. But he only was effective in one play right there. As I said, the different formations, lots of motion. You know, it's tough to defend, and he gets that ball out quick. It's not really there's not time right now for the Colerain defensive line to get any pressure because it's all timing routes. So it's a well-oiled machine there in that first drive.
Well, again, they average 38 points a game, and that's against an Elder schedule that, you know, is not
the best
weak.
in the country.
Well, it's certainly not that.
Depends
in fact,
on
it wasn't even the best in the city. But
depends on who you ask.
Well, that's true, but it wasn't. But it was very good. I mean, they played St. Edward. They played a powerhouse team from Florida who dropped 54 points on them. I mean, they played some good teams. But
we haven't seen them play yet, but look at our return guys are setting up at the 15.
Another wrinkle. Freddie Johnson, your starting quarterback, is set up to return this kick.
There's a catch by number 22, I think. Is that 22, the up man, who caught it and got taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Monte Kiner.
Yep.
Yeah, looks like they did exactly what Colerain did. As a matter of fact, they did. He did the pop-up kick, too, at the 20 and really no return. Colerain's going to start the ball almost exactly where Elder started at the 24. Colerain's going to start at the 25.
I'm just going to say this because even to me it's obvious, but the size difference when you look at the defense who's out there now for Elder versus what we just saw on offense is palpable. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Cardinals come out pistol formation.
Freddie Johnson won. Hamza Abdul-Wahid in the backfield with him. Takes a snap. Hands it off over the middle. Good run. All the way up past the 35-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Colerain Cardinals. Who was that on the carry? Was that
Tyrus Bradley,
number 21?
the senior, stepping up here. It's his time to shine, and he takes the first carry for a first down.
He hasn't, I don't believe, started any game at all this year. So we're kind of getting an early look here as to what Colerain's going to do to deal with the loss of their rushing leader, Jalen Thomas.
And what they're doing is starting the pistol formation.
Elder's defensive line jumping around a little bit. There's another handoff to Bradley, and this time he's going to get trapped in the backfield, taken down for a 1-yard loss back at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, tried the same play this time to the left side. Elder all over it. Left tackle just kind of gets beat. The end makes the stop, gets penetration, a 2-yard loss.
So maybe seeing how this defense has struggled for Elder, maybe Cardinals offensive coordinators come up with a different plan as now we get to the traditional wing formation for the Cardinals.
So look at the Elder Panthers really crowding the box, Colerain back.
They're all within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage. So there's a handoff to Deshaun Pace, who takes it on around. He makes several guys miss, stays on his feet, and he was one tackle away from taking it to the house. But as it is, he took it up to the 44-yard line, and they're going to only be about 2, maybe 3 yards shy of the first down. Is that
third down?
It'll be third down and about 3. A touchdown-saving tackle on the outside by that cornerback. Good blocks on the edge.
Big third down for this Cardinal team on offense. You hate to say it, but you kind of already have the feel like they have to score every time they have the ball. Certainly can't afford any turnovers. Goes a man in motion is Bradley. There's a handoff right over the middle. Hamza Abdul-Wahid takes it across the 50-yard line. The first down for the Colerain Cardinals.
And a little bit more misdirection. This time they send a man in motion. They step the other way. It's a fullback trap to the left side for a first down across midfield.
Yeah, Wahid, not the biggest fullback. But he runs hard, and I look for him maybe to have he could be that X factor.
I agree. I think
the struggle that they've had, Elder Panthers stopping the run, if we can get that fullback working, it makes everything go in this offense.
So now into the I formation. Again, multiple formation set. There's a handoff once again up the middle. Good push by the offensive line for Colerain, and that's going to be a 4-yard gain on first down.
It was Wahid. I'm not sure they were in the I formation there. That looked more like a straight handoff than a read off the option. But he does pick up 3.
Yep, check that. I said 4, 3-yard gain down to the Elder 46-yard line.
It'll be interesting. Elder shifted to the weak side of the formation. Let's see what they do here.
There's a pitch back. Makes a man miss. Gets hit at the line of scrimmage is Deshaun Pace, but he does get back to the line of scrimmage. Gets knocked backwards, but it'll be third down and 7.
Yeah, and Elder did the exact opposite of what they did in the previous play. They shifted to the wide receiver weak side of the field. This time they shift to the strong side of the formation, to the tight end side of the field. And that's right where the Cardinals had run their fake to, and Pace really had nowhere to go.
Looking for an edge rush here probably, and this is where if you have Jalen Thomas and he's in there, you can take him to the edge and he can pick up the yards necessary. So you've got Isaiah Myers, the sophomore wide receiver, split out wide to the top. You've got Deshaun Pace down here at receiver, Lawson Sandusky in motion. He drops back to pass, does Freddie Johnson. He's going to be tackled for a sack back inside Colerain territory. He's going to lose about 5 yards on the play back to the 50-yard line. So it'll be fourth down, and the Colerain offense is going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, play action right there, and he was looking for Pace, but the defender, the cornerback, didn't nice bump and run. Pace did not get off the line of scrimmage, disrupted the timing of the play, and Freddie Johnson had nowhere to throw the ball. So Lawson Sandusky's going to kick.
Snap is back. Lawson's got it. Looking for a little bit of room. Gets a really nice punt off. It's going to bounce him at the 15-yard line and head towards the end zone, and unfortunately it's going to come back out to the 20. The Colerain special teams just couldn't quite get down there to knock it out, but good punt by Lawson.
You know, normally you say you take a 50-yard punt, but the Cardinals really didn't want the 50-yard punt that time.
Right.
Took about a 15-yard roll into the end zone, and the Panthers will take over at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, looking for it to die at any point, but that ball just had a little bit too much momentum.
Again, you can reach us in the YouTube chat, or you can reach us at the email address at radiowearecolerain.com. We got a message in from Lenny Lopez, listening in from Corona, California.
So a big test for this Colerain defense. Elder's going to start at their own 20 here in this first quarter, leading 7-0.
Man in motion is number 1. 4 wide receivers. 8 comes in for protection. Back, Luby. He's going to tuck it and try and run himself.
Nothing.
Not much there. He's going to get a couple of yards on that run, but much better defended by the Colerain defense.
Yeah, Xander Kendall did a good job of stepping up and getting over, scraping over top of the lineman trying to hold him back, and he fills the hole Luby tried to go through. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, they use that secondary tight end as a fullback, and I tell you what, they always have big tight ends. The junior David Larkin, 6'5", 225 pounds.
Yeah, same size as Royer, and he's a backup. Here we've got a penalty.
Looks like the Cardinals jumped off sides.
The interior lineman didn't get a number on that, but
Score update, it didn't take long for the LaSalle Lancers to jump all over the Harrison Wildcats. They're up 14-0 early in their Division II regional final.
interesting in point of that game, little Colerain tie right there. The star quarterback there, Kennett, is the nephew of Coach Heffron, who was here years ago.
I did not know that. How about that? 3 wide receivers split out wide. 2 guys out there to get him, but it's going to be a handoff over the, oh, excuse me, that was Luby. Kept it himself.
I'll tell you what, that was Corleone again.
Yep.
Does a great job shedding the blocker and gets a ball out there. He just had one hand on the jersey, and Luby was trying to get, but he might have.
Luby kind of looked like he thought he saw daylight, and all of a sudden that hand came out, and all of a sudden he got tugged back. So it sets up, which Elder thought they had a first down, but it's now 3rd and 2.
Poor Brandon's struggling. He's trying to see around the pole in the middle of the window thing here. So here we go. Luby's got to get it. Imagine it's going to be a short passer. He's going to keep himself. He's going to keep himself and try and run it up the middle. And he's going to have enough for the first down. He's going to, that big offensive line for Elder is just right now kind of road grading a little bit.
And there was nothing fancy about that. It'll be, they needed the 30, got the 31, and that was just take your quarterback behind your big offensive line and plow forward.
Yeah, it was initially stopped, but he said he just got in the back pocket of those big defensive linemen, and they just kind of slowly just pushed the defense back.
I'm having flashbacks back to the 2012-2013 games versus Moeller with the offensive line size they had. I don't understand it. 2 wide receivers split to each the right and left. There's Luby, throws it, and it is complete to number 12.
Oh, nice catch.
12. He falls short of the first down. Takes it up to the 39-yard line. So,
2nd catch of the day for Drew Ramsey.
Yep, 8-yard gain on that first down throw.
Yeah, that ball was thrown behind him. He kind of adjusted a little back shoulder throw. That was, he was open, but that was not a good throw, and makes a great catch.
Makes it 2nd and short.
Number 12 once again in motion, fakes the handoff, keeps himself, does Luby. He runs around to the left side, tries to pick up a few yards, and he does. He's going to pick up about 3 on that 2nd down run, and that'll give them another first down for the Elder Panthers. Now up to their own 44-yard line. This is why it's really critical for this Colerain offense to find a way to score. Again, unfortunately, I feel like they've got to score at almost every drive because this Elder offense is just really impressive. They're throwing the ball, they're running the ball. Here comes a blitz in. Deshaun Pace comes in to try and put pressure on Luby, and he does, and forces an incomplete pass intended for number 12. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Colerain fans asking for a holding on that. Deshaun Pace comes on safety blitz, kind of gets his jersey pulled a little bit. It's kind of one of those. He let go quick enough to not get the holding, but he does force him to throw it early and incomplete.
Do you think that kind of a play, that kind of a blitz, safety blitz or corner blitz, is something we're going to see more of tonight?
You got to force them, just like any team. You got to force them out of their comfort zone and make the decision for them.
Right. We get a chance early to see there how he throws on the run. So Luby's once again got it, drops back, looks to pass. He's got a good clean pocket to pull from, and he hits a receiver right in the middle of the field. Takes it all the way down to the Colerain 38-yard line, where it'll be another first down for the Elder Panthers. He's had 3 receptions. He's made 3 complete passes tonight to receivers that are wide open.
Yeah.
Drew Ramsey in that one spot we've seen all year. It's just a little 12-yard seam route from that inside receiver, and it's just a soft spot in the Colerain zone, and he hits it there in stride for the first down.
Yeah, behind the linebackers, in front of the safety, we saw in the very first game of the year against Wayne. There's an opening there. They found it.
3 wide receivers to the right. Luby looks that way, throws it, and it is
picked off! He's gone! He's gone!
Deshaun Pace picks off the intended pass.
Don't do anything stupid behind a play.
And he is going all the way into the end zone for a Colerain touchdown.
First mistake by the Elder Panthers. Had 2 guys running hitch routes on the outside, and he kind of throws it in between them. And who's in between them? Deshaun Pace, wearing number 2 of Jalen Thomas, into the end zone. Colerain has answered with a big defensive score.
You know, it's one of those things. Last week, Colerain had 5 turnovers against Fairfield. The week before, 3. I put it in a write-up this week. This defense has been predicated, their success, a tremendous amount on their ability to create turnovers. That is a huge one right there by Deshaun Pace.
Snap is back, hold us down, kick is good, and with 7:19 to play in the first quarter, it's the Colerain Cardinals 7, the Elder Panthers 7. And again, it wasn't anything fancy. They just ran 2 out routes, and I don't know if it was a bad throw or Pace just guessed right, stepped right in front of it.
Well, the ball was in between the 2 receivers.
Well, but it could have been in between them because the inside out route that's the intended receiver. But Pace reads it right away, steps right through, and there's really no one in front of him on that side of the field. The one thing you have when you go 5 wide like that, there is no one but the quarterback in the back to stay back, and there was no one catching Pace.
You know, and it's funny because the play just before that, when he had the completion to Drew Ramsey, I was going to say I would almost rather see them throw the ball than run it, because I think we have an opportunity to create those turnovers through the air.
I don't look at the stats as a quarterback have any type, because really, if they run the ball, 90% of the time he's going to run the ball. But does he doesn't turn the ball over? Does he fumble? Do we have stats on that?
You'd have to, unfortunately, you have to go into GCL stats, and you've got to look at like each individual game. Okay. I think maybe he had 3 or 4 fumbles all year. So no, he doesn't fumble the ball a lot. He's a senior, and he's played the quarterback all year. He was the backup last year. I think their turnovers are going to come through the air, just like stuff like that. And hopefully maybe it changes their plan a little bit. So Cameron Ott approaching the ball, and he gets a pooch kick. It dropped and bounced at the 30-yard line, picked up by the Elder Panthers, taken back up to the 30-yard line. Number 44 in on that tackle, and taken down at the 31-yard line. And that's where Elder will take over after the turnover, 1st and 10.
I think it's the first time we're going to call the name this year, but Aaron Foster there on special teams makes the tackle. Quick score update on a long touchdown. St. Ed's leads Mentor 7-0. LaSalle, a long touchdown. They lead Harrison 21-0.
The other huge Division II game going on tonight is between Archbishop Hoban and Massillon up north. We'll see if we can get some updates for that one as well, because that's a big game. 3 wide receivers split wide to the right. There's a handoff over the middle. Number can't get his 32. Number. He's got 32's got it, and he takes it all the way into Colerain territory. That's probably a 30-yard run on first down. Really nice misdirection play on that. I thought Luby was passing it out into the flat.
Yeah, it's Cooper Johnson, 5'7", 180 pounds. They ran weak side, and there's only one defender there, and there's a crease, and they missed him. The junior takes it into the Colerain territory. Ball spotted at the Colerain 45.
I'll be honest, why do they not just run the ball 100 times a game?
How many times did you say that when we played Moeller? Every time we played Moeller in a regional final. I don't know. I don't know why they don't just run the ball. I mean, they're having tremendous success doing it. I mean, you can see the push on the line there. There's a pass intended for number 5. He catches it and gets hit and pushed out of bounds right at the 39-yard line. So a 5, maybe 6-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, just a quick out to Dakota Pastel for
good
5
name.
yards.
Dakota Pastel. That's a good name. Yeah, they're just timing routes. They're not doing anything fancy. He takes the snap, takes a step, and just the ball's released before the turn. It's tough to defend if the receiver runs the route correctly. 2nd down and 4.
Well, Luby coming up to the line, looking like possibly changing the play a little bit. He's got one protector in the backfield with him, gets the ball, rolls to his left, looks to pass, throws it, and it is complete. Runner is down, number 5, but it's going to be enough for the first down, taken down to the 34-yard line, and the Elder faithful are
They just
Well,
like
that's-
to boo
they just like to
sometimes.
yell and complain.
Well,
They're booing because
That's interesting. I mean, the receiver caught the ball on his knees.
right,
Split second later, the defender hits him. When his knee hit, he is down,
right.
but no whistle was blown.
But he wasn't down when the defender started to go into his tackle.
Right, but,
He-
but
right.
yeah, the defender goes until the whistle, so it's one of those.
It's perfectly legal
Yeah.
play. First down and 10 for the Elder Panthers, now sitting at the Colerain 33-yard line. Having very good success moving the football, 3 wide receivers split wide to the right. There's a pass once again out to the side, well defended by Colerain, but again, it's just a short pass that's going to end up getting another 5 yards. Maybe even 6 yards, maybe 7 yards. Where are they stopping this guy?
Well, he got a little extra because Kenny Willis went to go make the tackle and kind of slipped.
That'll be the end of the first quarter.
What?
So yeah, that's the end of the first quarter here in Mason, Ohio. Between your Colerain Cardinals and the Elder Panthers, the score is tied at 7. The Elder Panthers are on the move down, 2nd down and 3 on the Colerain 26-yard
Didn't we
line.
just score with like 7 minutes left?
No.
Oh,
It's hard to tell with that clock.
was there 1 minute left and I can't read and I said 7?
Yes.
All right. I can't read sometimes.
Let's go back to the
Math
scores.
is
Maybe we
hard.
can do a couple of quick score updates here. Pickerington Central leads Groveport Madison 6-0 in the second quarter. And up north, that game we just talked about, the Washington Tigers lead the Hoban Knights 13-7. Hoban is a 3-time defending,
Might even be 4-time defense.
Well,
maybe 4-time defending state
Is the
champion.
Hoban running back playing tonight?
I have no idea.
No idea.
You're asking me questions I don't have answers to.
Dublin Kaufman leads Springfield 3-0.
Good backstory with that.
Toledo Central Catholic leads Olentangy 14-7.
I guess it may be depending on whether or not he wanted to play. I'm not sure. Is that what you're
Actually,
getting
well,
at?
no, that has
No,
been
he
a
got
deb-
arrested.
Oh,
No, but then he got released.
All right.
but I would say there's actually drama with Dublin Kaufman.
Yeah?
They have the #1 rated running back in the country, and it's actually been one of those things where he has been in and out of the lineup all year by choice. Like he doesn't.
Oh,
wanna
that's
get,
the guy I was talking about. Then.
Yeah,
Okay.
the kid from Kaufman,
Yeah.
where he doesn't want to get hurt this season playing for Kaufman. So, which I don't understand, but
How as a coach do you allow that?
I don't know.
Where's he going?
Anywhere he wants.
Yeah, he's got a laundry list of like 30 offers. Is he the actual #1 running back in the country? I did not know
No,
that.
the state.
Oh, the state. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought
And it's amazing because this class this year, there's some great running backs.
There are some
Not only
really
in
good running
Cincinnati,
backs.
but all over.
Yep. All right, so 2nd down and 3 for the Elder Panthers, lined up at the Colerain 26-yard line. Colerain has got to find a way to stop this offense of the Elder Panthers. Luby drops back, passes complete to number 12. He's got it down the sideline. He's still in bounds. He gets pushed out of bounds, but again, not till he gets
And
down
there's
to
a
the
flag. They're going to call holding on Royer.
Yeah, it's kind of just a little bubble screen right there. Royer's out in front of the play. He locks up on the defender, but locked up a little bit too tight.
Held on a little too long. So that's going to be a spot foul, 10-yard penalty. Going to take him back, I think, to the original line of scrimmage,
Nope.
maybe a little bit further back.
A lot farther back.
Let's see where they put the ball down.
Went from a 2nd and 3 to about a 2nd and 8.
There you go.
And a good play there by Sean Williamson. He's got the Ohio State tight end Royer blocking him. It's a good matchup, I think, for Elder to try to work it, but he gets off the block and he tries to get off the block. He would have been there, but apparently he was held before Ramsey got by him.
A lot of experience returning from this Elder Panther team from last year, so they are primed and ready, and they fully expect to win this game tonight. 12 once again goes in motion. Luby's got it, and there's a pitch, a little option play to number 21, and he's sacked in the back, or tackled in the backfield by Deshaun Pace, thrown to the ground.
What
for
are
a loss
you
of 5
doing if
yards.
you're the Elder Panthers?
We run the option.
Yeah, I don't understand that play call at all. I really don't.
Yeah, they run a couple guys in motion and overload this right side and kind of a jet sweep into the option. Deshaun Pace comes up from his safety, blows up the wide receiver, runs through him, and makes the stop for a 4-yard loss.
What a terrible play call.
Run straight ahead.
Well, now you got a situation where it's 3rd and 12 and you're back at the 35-yard line. Basically put yourself out of field goal range. Now they can certainly throw the ball, and we expect to see Luby do that here with 3 wide receivers split wide to the right. He drops back, looks to pass, he's got pressure, and down he goes! Dante Corleone, the junior nose tackle, takes down Matthew Luby for the huge sack, and the Elder Panthers are stopped on offense and will be forced to punt it away.
You know, a lot of people talked about maybe Corleone moving over to the tackle to take on the big offensive tackles, but he is more effective. He has had a game so far, blowing up the center, been in the backfield, made some big plays. A huge play at that point.
Cardinals are going to stay with their base defense. I don't really expect a fake, but Cardinals just playing here.
Here's snap back to the punter. He looks like he's going to run. He's thinking about it. He's a left footer, so he kicks it deep, and it's going to bounce just inside.
Good play
the
by
goal
Deshaun
line.
Pace.
Yeah. Talk about that.
And we see it. And if the Cardinals, I don't think he was ever going to run, but if the Cardinals are playing base defense, they're playing the fake. Punter's just kind of holding, letting the Gunners get downfield, and he punts it, and Deshaun Pace knows that there's a gunner right there who can potentially keep that ball inside the 5, and he just kind of turns from a returner into a blocker and just kind of knocks the gunner out of the way and lets the ball bounce in the end zone.
You know, we've seen that from our punter too, and it's really tough. You got to keep those linemen from her so you don't get down the field too much. He took a long time to get that punt off.
He did.
But Colerain takes over, that ball in the end zone at their own 20.
So traditional wishbone here. Ball at the 20-yard line. Freddie Johnson under center.
Spreading them out. This is not a formation we've seen a lot this season from the Cardinals.
This is only their second offensive series of the game, correct?
Yes.
Man in motion. There's a handoff up the middle, and wide open is Hamza Abdul.
They're not going to get him. They're not going to get him.
He is gone. Cardinals.
Abdul Wahid.
You know, while he bopped through the line there, nobody touches him. He goes the distance. He even got, once he got in the 20, he looked around because he hasn't broke the long one. He was looking for, nobody was catching. He was pulling away. I said earlier that Wahid could be the factor here. Colerain takes the lead at 10-16 left. We got ourselves a ball game here tonight, fellas.
That was an 80-yard touchdown for the senior Hamza Abdul Wahid. Extra point pending.
Snap back. Hold is down. Kick is good. And with 10-16 to play in the first half, it's your Colerain Cardinals 14. The Elder Panthers 7.
And wow. It doesn't come much easier than that.
We talked about it. This is a mirror image of each other.
Right.
And which mirror image, which strength is going to, or which weakness is going to overcome its strength. Okay, the Elder defense, which has been civis Asive all year.
That's the civil.
Can they step up? And Colerain, let's be honest, has struggled mightily at times this year and has been dependent on this defense, I think, more than they have in the past decade.
Oh, yeah. The defense has brought this team here.
And so far tonight, the Cardinals' defense has bailed them out the one time they didn't score and on one play. And again, they went to a formation. We haven't seen a lot of them spread out, but 2 wide receivers, 1 on each side. But knowing that the weakness of this Elder defense is up the middle, they spread them out, and fullback is there, and there is no one in front of him. He's untouched, 80 yards.
Yeah, that was impressive, and that's the kind of stuff that we can expect to see from this Colerain offense against this defense. And again, I'm not going to make a big deal about it, but Elder scored on their first series of the game. They have thrown a pick 6. They've been forced to punt on their other 2. This Colerain defensive staff
No, just punt. Touchdown, interception, punt. They've only had it 3 times.
Right, okay. So they scored the touchdown, then they got intercepted, and then the punt. There's a low kick picked up by the Elder Panthers at the 30, taken up to the 35-yard line, falls forward to the 36, and that's where they will start off, first down and 10. But what I was saying is this Colerain defensive staff does a great job after seeing some formations for the first time, adjusting and getting the defense to be in a position to be successful.
And you talk about who's going to step up, but they went to that formation that we haven't seen. And who's in the backfield? You have Sandusky, your 3rd running back, and Bradley, your 4th running back. You had Avante Scales, a kid that really hasn't played that much as your second wide receiver.
Right.
And they're all on that field for the touchdown.
And this Colerain team is doing everything they can to try and muster up enough to get done. Luby in the backfield takes it, is going to run right up the middle. Good blocking. Tackling made, but not until he gets out to the 42-yard line. So he's going to pick up about 8 yards on that first down, maybe 7. We'll see where they mark it.
7.
6.5.
6 2/3.
Yeah, it's just a quarterback draw. We've seen it. It's a staple
It's
of their
been there-
offense.
Yeah, it's been there all night. And
It's been there for 20 years.
right. And again, it begs the question on that last series: what were they
What
doing
are
running
you
an
doing?
option? 12-8 go in motion now. Come back. Almost a kind of a wing formation to protect Luby. He takes it, looks to pass. He's skittish a little bit. He's going to end up having to throw the ball out of bounds. Pressure put on by, you guessed it, number 58, Dante Corleone.
That was great coverage on the outside. Was that Kenny Willis?
29, yeah.
The
Yep.
sophomore, Kenny Willis.
23. Who's 23?
It's Brian Beavers, your middle linebacker, dropping. I think Luby had Joe Royer open. They ran a post curl, or I'm sorry, a post wheel, and the post wasn't there initially, but he came back to Luby, but Luby just never had time to find him. So
I tell you what, this is one of the loudest crowd. This defensive is supported by the stands right now. A big third down and 4.
Ball sitting on the Elder 42-yard line. Luby drops back, looks to pass, trying to find some room. He's going to tuck it and keep it himself. He's going to get out past the 45-yard line. He's going to have just enough for the first down.
he needed the 46, and he got the 46, and the Cardinal defense was there. That's just your quarterback for
He made a
Luby.
play.
Made a really good play. He wanted the quick out. It wasn't there. He settled for it, and they're going to actually measure this.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I thought the ball was a little bit further than that.
I thought he'd got to the 47.
That's
But
what I
Luby doesn't. He gets around the pressure, uses his speed, and he picks up the 3 yards necessary for the first down. We think.
Pretty confident.
You're right, Brandon. He went for that. It was. I don't know if it was an option where he sees it.
No, that was just I had to play. It's not there,
I'm going.
and your quarterback made a good play.
So the most inaccurate measurement in sports coming up.
He's short.
No, we got it.
They're not sure. They're looking at it. The referees haven't decided.
They just signaled the first down. And that's the right call. I mean, again, I thought
he got at least another half yard.
Yeah, I thought
At
so, too.
least. I thought he got way past that mark. So I'm not going to argue this.
No.
But it was interesting. They looked down at the chains, and usually it's decisive. It's right away. And he kind of studied it a little bit, and they moved kind of chains around a little bit. I mean,
So first down and 10 for the Panthers now on their own 46-yard line. Big third down conversion for them. Luby in the backfield, hands it off over the middle and try to run right through the middle of that Colerain defensive line. He's going to pick up 1 yard on that run. Up to the 47-yard line.
And right now, so far in this first half, Dante Corleone's the one that makes the tackle, but it's been all three of them up front: LT Johnson, Donovan Owens, and Dante Corleone making plays. And you got to give credit to LT Johnson, Donovan Owens, even if they're not making tackles tonight.
Yep.
They're going to be occupying Jacob James and Mr. Luke Kandra, the two Division I offensive linemen.
Power 5 Division
Yeah.
I's going to Ohio State and Louisville, respectively. James and Kendra. So here we go, second down and 9. One wide receiver split to the left. Many on the line. One single set back. Luby takes it, rolls, spins out, looks to pass, throws, complete to number 5, takes it inside to Colerain territory, and is tackled out of bounds, but gets it all the way up, I think enough for the first down.
He just did.
Yep.
Yeah, kept his leg drive going. Everybody thought he was going out of bounds. It's Dakota Postel again. He was hit about 3 yards short, and I think people thought he was going out of bounds. It was hard to see right here, but he just kept driving, picks up the first down to the Colerain 43.
Deshaun Pace hopped on his back to make the tackle and get him out of bounds, but again, it wasn't enough for a first down.
LaSalle Jake Siebert, who is committed to Ohio State as a kicker, kicked a 48-yard field goal. It's now LaSalle 24, Harrison nothing.
First down and 10 for the Panthers inside Colerain territory. Snap is back to Luby, and it's a quick pass out, almost picked off. Number 33 was there,
And that's
got
the-
right by him and caught by number 5 for a 4-yard gain.
And that's Jarman. Levert was there. He's playing in the place of the injured Jalen Thomas, and he read the play. The ball just goes through his hand, and that's a play Elders like to go through. They're just going to take a little – they know that the corners play soft here for part of the zone for Cardinals. They're just going to a little 5-yard out, and he jumps it. Now, if I'm Elder, I look to exploit that and right underneath where he kind of jumped from. Not a hitch and go, just a seam right underneath where he jumped the route at.
So Sean Williamson lined up on Joe Royer. He goes a man in motion. Luby drops back, looks to pass, and again it's another and it is intercepted. Sean Williamson with the second turnover of the night for the Colerain Cardinals. Joe Royer, the Ohio State commit, went one way, the pass went the other, and fell into the loving arms of a Colerain Cardinal.
Yeah, he goes in, ball goes out. A great catch here by Williamson. They were looking to exploit that area in behind the linebackers and the safety, and it was there. They've thrown it there, but that ball was 3-4 yards behind it. Not a lot of pressure. Didn't see if anybody got a hand on it, but a big turnover. Colerain's got the ball at their own 24.
Both teams have their full complements of timeouts. Plenty of time left here in the second
8 minutes
quarter.
left in the quarter.
Oh, I know.
Is that an 8 or a 13?
I can't. I thought at one point it was a 3, so that's why I wanted to give the timeout. There's the handoff right over the middle again. Much better defended by the Elder Panthers that time as Hamza Abdul-Wahid falls forward for a 2-yard gain, maybe 3.
Yeah, they're going to even 3, almost 4 there, Chris. You got to like that. The fullback in this option is key, and we haven't seen a lot of the traditional option all year. It's kind of mixed up, but this Colerain
And we
offensive
didn't
line,
even see it the first drive. The first drive, there was
Yeah.
almost none of it.
Right.
There was a lot of pistol, a lot of different formations. I think that's just to make this Elder defense think there's something else they have to defend.
Well, they're still playing very tight to the line of scrimmage. Their safeties are very close. There goes 21 in motion. Speed pitch back to him. He's got it. He's going to try and take it around
great
the end,
play.
but he's going to get tackled in the backfield for a huge loss by number 6 for the Elder Panthers. Let's get a name on him. That's
Ben Dieters.
Ben Dieters, the 5'8", 165-pound corner who came in and made that tackle, and that takes Colerain back past the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, you want your outside contain right there, but he not only got the contain, he beat the wide receiver, went right through him and just cut down the running back. So Deshaun Pace is in at quarterback.
So that's interesting. 3 wide receivers split to the left. There comes Freddie Johnson in motion. Fakes the handoff to him. He's going to keep it. He's trying to look for some room. He's got 3 Panthers in front of him. He's not going to come anywhere close to getting the first down. I'll be honest with you, I completely disagree with that play call.
No,
that doesn't make any sense at all.
That's a snap it back to your fastest, your best athlete, and really let him create. There was really nothing to create right there. Your offensive line didn't hold up. There wasn't a hole, and he kind of hesitated to where he's going to go. So another loss is going to bring in Lawson Sandusky. Going to kick the ball from about his own 10.
4th and 17. Yeah, that's disappointing.
This is where we need a big roll like the last time.
Right. See if he can boom it right over his head. Lawson's got it. He's going to kick it, and it goes over the head of 15. Oh, he's got it, but he immediately goes down and all the way to the 40-yard line. So huge kick for Lawson Sandusky. And if nothing else, Colerain at least kind of stopped that drive for the Elder Panthers. It's going to force them to kind of reset a little bit. Didn't really flip the field, so to speak, but at least they're got an opportunity to
Get off the field.
get off the field, right. And the good news is for this defense is the Elder offense is not going to change. They are what they are. They're going to throw the ball, and there's going to be opportunities for more turnovers. 2 already this half for the Colerain Cardinals, none for the Elder Panthers, which has the Colerain Cardinals up 14-7 here about halfway through the second quarter. Luby in the shotgun, takes the ball. He's going to tuck and try and run himself, waiting for his blocks to
Again,
develop.
why
and
aren't
they
you
do.
doing that every play?
Because it's not sexy. Because that's let's
That's
be
the
honest.
only reason. You should be doing that play
They overload
25 times a game.
But it's not
You
sexy.
should run that play every single play until someone stops.
So explain what that play was.
They
for those-
overload.
It's just a quarterback takes the snap, goes right behind his 3 Division I players, and goes forward for 6 yards.
Well, and the secondary tight end was also over there. So they had 2 Division I linemen,
A
2
Division
6
I tight end, and another
a
6'6"
6'5"
guy.
Yeah, and just run. And here they go, 2nd down and 4, and they go back to shotgun formation.
Yep, he takes it. This time he's going to run right up the middle again, and he's got room. He gets through the Colerain defense and takes it all the way down inside the 40-yard line. It's going to be another first down for the Elder Panthers. I mean, again, outside of Elder making mistakes, Colerain does not have an answer for this offense.
And that was Brian Beavers, and that's unfortunate for the Cardinals that your junior big linebacker Michael Best out for the year. Brian Beavers done a very good job this year in his stead, but Beavers was the guy there, and he kind of just got hit on the shoulder as he went to fill the hole, and that gave Luby enough space to just slip right by him.
So first down and 10. Ball at the Colerain 38-yard line, trailing 14-7. There's a handoff right over the middle. Nice tackle in the backfield. Short gain. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, you're talking about Beavers right there on that straight, just handoff to the running back. Beavers gets a little bit of penetrations and gets down low and limits him to a 1-yard
You're
gain.
so right, Brandon. I don't know why Luby is just not saying, hike me the ball, and I'm going to let my offensive lineman push, get 3 yards just on the push, and then I'll follow behind him and pick up another 3 to 5 every time. And every once in a while, I might just slip through and pick up 15 or 20. I don't know.
Well, they've been doing something right with those.
Now they got
averaging.
5 wide receivers, 3 to the right, 2 to the left of the short side of the field. Pressure. It's a screen pass to number 12. There's a block in the back on number 67. Not called. I mean, that was as blatant a block in the back as I've ever seen.
Yeah, but it's behind the play. The referees are kind of looking at the point of attack.
Yeah. And when you get to the playoffs, it's got to affect the play really for the.
So short gain on that. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. A good recovery by the Colerain linebackers and secondary to keep that screen pass to a minimal gain.
And again, this is probably two down territory, a little too long for a field goal if they don't get the first down on this.
I would agree. Men in motion for the Panthers. Luby takes it, drops back, looks to pass. He's got time, clean pocket, lofts it high, and it is caught at the inside the 10-yard line. I'm assuming that's Royer. Yep. Joe Royer.
Yeah, that's just a throw and a hope. He just threw it up in the air and let the tallest guy on the field go get it. Good coverage down there, but he just got the jump ball and beat his man.
And that's a really good play by Luby. You can say it's a throw and a hope, but it's also, hey, the coverage isn't there. I got time a little bit. I'll take my one shot and I'll throw it up. If it's intercepted, it's what?
Good as a punt.
It's an
They're
arm
inside
punt.
the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
No, it's a good play, but again, that's Joe Royer being 6'5" and on his way to Ohio State, really positioning himself really well against Sinclair, the DB. There's a snap back to Luby. He's going to keep it himself and try and find a hole in the middle, and he's going to be very close.
Half-yard
I
line.
think he's going to take it all the way down to the half-yard line.
There's
Second down and goal.
Pull the tackle, just a full quarterback power play, and Luby had the touchdown. I think he just kind of got tripped up.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know who it was, but he got tripped up going through the line, and he was going to walk in, but he falls down just a half-yard short.
Yeah, well, this will be where he walks it in.
This is where, they've loaded this left side again.
Yep, so Luby's got it, and he's just going to take off and run and go right into the end zone for the Elder touchdown. Again, that offensive line is just really good. It's a really good
And I tell you what, there's
line.
a flag after the play.
Doesn't matter.
It's after the play. It's post-possession.
Well, it's post-possession. It affects the kickoff with 2:45 left,
Yes,
2:47 left to play.
Yes, it does. Interesting that they've not put the points up on the board yet, but we do believe it's post-play.
It was near an area where there was a purple guy.
A purple guy?
Yeah, purple guy. And he was looked like he was running his mouth.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike.
But did they get both
on
teams?
Elder.
He's going to enforce it on the kickoff?
I would enforce it on the extra point. Can you do that?
No.
Dang it. I know. I was hopeful.
Actually, that's a good question. I think you probably could.
Why wouldn't you? I mean,
You don't know what their kicking game's like.
they're already kicking short on kickoffs.
I would rather have the 50 yards. He's already on their kicking.
Actually,
game.
that might be the question cut right once right now because he stopped the referees.
His first kickoff, they just did the pooch kick or the pop-up kick like Colerain does. So instead of
I think
doing
Coach.
the fair catch.
I don't think they can because we had a short break in there because I think Coach Etwright was asking that same thing right there.
Yeah, so the pop-up kick, instead of falling near the 20, could fall near the 30 at this point. So it's a field position with 2 minutes left.
I'd rather affect their ability to score a point.
Just block it.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is
Kick
up.
is nearly blocked, but it's through with 2:47 to play in the first half. It's the Elder Panthers 14, the Colerain Cardinals 14.
Colerain with all of their timeouts left. Got 3. Interesting how they're with
And
the penalty. They're going to
Elder will be kicking off from the. If it's a 15-yard penalty, they'll be kicking off from the 25. If it's a 10-yard penalty, they'll be kicking off from the 30.
Well, it was unsportsmanlike.
It's a 15-yard penalty.
15-yard penalty it should be.
I was going to give some score updates here, but you.
Anna's really good in Division 6.
The LaSalle Lancers have extended their lead over the Harrison Wildcats to 31-0. That game isn't. I mean, they're going to go to halftime. They're going to come out in the second half with a running clock. LaSalle's good. They're a good football team. I mean, again, Pickerington up 20-0 on Groveport Madison. Groveport Madison is a team that beat Pickerington.
The only
Central
team to
earlier
beat
this year.
Pickerington
That's
Central
right.
this year.
And St. Edward with a 14-7 lead over Mentor. For many experts, if you will, media and otherwise, they believe that game between St. Edward and Mentor in Region 1 up in Cleveland is kind of the de facto state championship game. Both of those teams are very good. They're both highly ranked in the state. 1-2, no doubt.
So-
Also getting some national love, so
This Colerain's hands team, they can't be expecting an onside here.
Well, yeah.
Elder's kicking has been very
Suspect.
and intermittent throughout the year, from what I could tell.
Well,
from
Colerain,
my research.
This is the first time I've seen Deshaun Pace is going to be back. Also,
No, him and Freddie Johnson were out there to return the last kick.
I would not be surprised to see a squib just right down the middle. Elder approaches it, and that's exactly what it is, a squib right down the middle, bounces on the M, picked up by Deshaun Pace, takes it up to the 40, the 45. He's up to the 50, and that's where Colerain will take over. First down and 10 at midfield with 2:42 left to go and all 3 of their timeouts.
That's what that extra 15 yards is. It's not a big return, only about a 20-yard return, but because of that kicking off at the 25, the ball's going to be spotted exactly at the 50. Colerain Cardinal getting up a little bit slow on that play.
So that penalty could prove costly for the Panthers, but the Cardinals have got to convert. They've got to do something to make them pay for it.
Back to that pistol formation.
Hamza Abdul-Wahid moving from right to left. Freddie Johnson's got it. There's a handoff right up the middle once again to Bradley. Makes one man miss, stays on his feet, tucks under, and it's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, well, we're late into this second half, and we have not seen your quarterback keep the ball yet.
It's a very interesting.
It's a different offense.
It's very different because I again, in doing the research for the preview this week, I noted that Freddie Johnson as a quarterback for this offense only had one 100-yard rushing game all season. That's shocking to me. I was blown away. This time now he's under center. 21 in motion. There's a counter. Hands it off to the left, and Sandusky takes it off across the middle. Gets all the way out to the 40-yard line. It's going to be enough for a Colerain first down.
And that stops the clock till they move the chains. Still, with all 3 of their timeouts, the ball's going to be at the 39-yard line.
If they play this right and they can continue to march down the field and pick up 4, 5, 6 yards every time, they can have an opportunity to score, put points on the board, and get the ball to start the second half.
It's a big penalty. Cardinals, that's 1 minute, not 7 minutes if you're watching at home.
That is 1 minute, yes.
Cardinals not really in a rush.
The ball's set. Freddie Johnson under center once again. Man in motion. There's a handoff right up the middle. Out to the 35-yard line. So 5 yard pickup
Still
on
not
first
using
down.
a timeout here.
No.
You know what? I look at that clock, and Brandon, you're correcting here. I'm hoping our coaches don't know that it's 1:20 and not 7:20.
I would certainly hope they know that. But you're right.
They're certainly not in a hurry. We're completely off. Completely off. Okay, we're back on the air here. Had a little bit of a technical difficulty there. What happened there on the second down? Stopped for a loss, and Colerain is going to call a timeout with 59 seconds left. They picked up a little bit of 3rd down and 7. The ball at the Elder 36-yard line.
We're right on the edge of the aforementioned. Again, you can reach us in the booth at radio@wearecolerain.com. Listening in, proud grandparents of Cameron Ott listening and cheering on from St. Augustine, Florida. Bob Ott, class of 62.
Awesome.
Hopefully, your grandson is kicking an extra point, but there's an opportunity here that Cameron might have to step up and kick a long field goal for the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's cold. The ball's not going to go as far, but absolutely no wind here tonight. It's a big 3rd down. They're going to need 8. They're going to have to get to the 28-yard line. Back to the I formation. 2 wide receivers right.
Yep, Deshaun Pace dotting the I with Hamza Abdul-Wahid. Lined up right behind Freddie Johnson, the junior quarterback. Let's see what they do here on. Oh, hold on. Whistles.
Clock started.
Need to reset that clock to 50.
Or something happened with the clock. I don't know.
It was about 59 and a half. It started, and it's down to 56. They're not going to put much. I don't know.
I mean, you can see the far referee there with the black hat. He's keeping the time on his watch, which they do anyway. All right, so under center, Freddie Johnson takes the ball. This time it's a pitch back to number 2, Deshaun Pace. He looks to throw it. It's a deep pass down the field.
Got it!
And it is in and out of the hands of number 27. That would have been a completion at the 10-yard line. You cannot draw it up any better than that. That's just a mistake you cannot afford.
Kawasi Jones, your backup tackle. Where's 27 to be an eligible receiver? That's his first pass attempt of the season, and that just goes through his hands. Right off his chest.
It was completely underthrown, but the defender was almost to the end zone. Quasi Jones comes back to just outside the 5. Yeah, that's why he's on the offensive lineman.
Yeah, he comes off the field. He's very upset.
So Colerain with fourth down has got the offense out there. They're going for it.
Yeah, with 49 seconds left to go, they want to see if they can make something happen. Freddie Johnson takes it, drops back, looks to pass, throws it deep down the sideline.
He's got him!
It is
Isaiah Myers!
Isaiah Myers, the sophomore receiver, catches a pass from Freddie Johnson, 36 yards. Touchdown, Cardinals!
The Colerain Cardinals don't throw the ball. Well, they just did right there. The super sophomore takes it in the end zone.
Elder says throws it to their six guy.
How do you let somebody behind
What
you?
does Colerain do? They go right to their 6'6". Their sophomore jumps up, and he beats him off the line. He didn't really have to out-jump him. Beats him, catches it falling into the end zone for 6 points.
He beats him off the line and then ran past him in the end zone.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is good, and Grandpa Ott, your grandson, just adds the extra point, and with 47 seconds left in the first half, it's the Colerain Cardinals 21, the Elder Panthers 14.
Love watching Freddie Johnson be comfortable in the pocket, having just enough time to settle in, step into that throw, and hit Isaiah Myers as he's falling backwards into the end zone for the score.
I give credit to the offensive line led by one of your captains, Ace Aaron Schlender, to give Freddie that kind of time. And really, that's about the longest time I've seen him have that pocket.
Yeah.
They did a great job. No pass rush at all. It was kind of funny. They're kind of playing a zone, but on fourth down with this time in this situation, you can't let anybody
why are you
behind
not back? Why do you not have two safeties?
Well, they're guarding the first down.
They're guarding. Remember, it was fourth down. They're guarding the first down. They're not thinking touchdown.
No, that's a good. So the great play call by Tyler Williams, the offensive coordinator for Colerain, or Daniel Rod, the passing game coordinator. We're not sure who called it. We'll find out after the game. Win or lose, we'll
and a
find out.
sigh of relief for Quasi Jones.
Oh, no doubt about it, right? that play, his drop will be forgotten about. And
That's an offensive lineman's dream.
Right? You know that from personal experience.
I've been that position. The guy who has the offensive lineman wears the tight end number.
Cameron Ott approaches the ball at the 40.
Hey, how about this?
That's a nice line drive kick over the head of number 6, who catches it inside the 5, takes up to the 10 to the 15, and is going to get hit right around the 20-yard line. He's going to stay on his feet and take it out to about the 23-yard line.
On the state championship team, I was Quasi Jones. I was that tight end who wore that extra number because he had that extra offensive lineman out in the field.
You actually wore 3 different jerseys in the state championship game.
So with 37, 33?
33.3.
And the big one,
seconds?
and the big one, only one timeout left.
No.
Okay, no, I'm looking at the wrong one.
Elder has all 3.
Okay.
You're looking at 1st and 10.
Yep.
So Elder's got all 3 timeouts in 33 seconds. Let's see if they're going to try and score maybe. There goes Luby right up the middle. Once again, there's a big, huge hole there, and he's going to take it up to the 29.
Short of the first down, the clock will run.
That's huge. So up to the 31-yard line.
He picks up one more yard there, and they get the first down. The clock stops.
And then you're in decision making. What do? Elder
so
is.
They don't use the timeout.
No, they're not. I don't understand that. They're gonna let this thing run. So there's Luby. He's gonna take it once again and tuck it, just run up the middle. And the Cardinals defense are more than happy.
Ball's loose. Cardinals got it with 2 seconds on the clock.
The clock ran a little bit. I don't know if they'll put any time back on it. But an interesting.
Matt Luby. So let's kind of reset here. Matt Luby, once again, second-time quarterback keeper, runs up the middle, tries to make a few guys miss. The ball gets knocked out as he's going down. Colerain recovers on the Elder 40-yard line. I mean, can't imagine they're going to really do anything crazy here.
It would be a 57-yard kicking attempt. So maybe Miss Grandpa Ott, you will get a long field goal attempt.
Not in this weather. No,
if it was the summer, a little bit warmer, when it's cold.
Now, Mason is a wind tunnel, but
we're actually the other direction.
Yeah,
if the wind was blowing.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying.
I am sure.
I'm sure this is a line Pace and Myers on one side and let one of them try to outjump everyone for a touchdown.
But I was looking at the defense there, Royer.
And they do
did
this.
that too. They've got their biggest, tallest guys. They they did that with Kyle Rudolph on this situation too. Just picture your big, tall receivers, tight ends in the end zone.
We saw the Cardinals run a hook and ladder against Princeton. Maybe got some other trick up their sleeve. Again, you go to this prevent defense, and obviously we're all talking about very, very small percentage plays. But you go to that, you have more DBs that aren't necessarily prepared to tackle. This is a formation they ran last week against St. X, where Matt Reevy for the Saints quarterback had all day to throw the ball because St. X had.
Well, look, they've got everybody back. They're only bringing 3. The rest of the
they have
guys
5 guys at the
20.
They have 5 guys at the 20. 3 guys behind that. They're not letting.
Well, how about let's just throw the ball out here to Pace like a screenplay with 2 blockers in front of them and see if they can make something happen. Colerain's going to use a timeout here after seeing this formation. But you've got 3 wide receivers out to the right and nobody within 20 yards. So you throw that little pop screen and hopefully about the 20, 25-yard line, somebody makes a block. I think that might be more effective than just the Hail Mary in this one. Because you're really just going to have to find some space and hope.
Again, we're talking about low percentages on low percentages here.
Yeah, there's
what you don't want is a big interception with that many guys back.
No, you're just throwing it in the end zone and hoping.
Right, and hoping that you tell your receivers, look, if you're not in a position to catch it, knock it down.
I throw it underneath and try to break it back.
There's more things that could go wrong if you throw it short as
absolutely.
opposed to throwing it in the end zone.
Well, how about a quarterback draw here? No.
Yeah. Although I see what you're saying, Brian, on the just right over the middle of the field where there's nobody there, right?
But
you've got 3 wide
Elder
receivers.
has 8 guys.
Colerain's
8 guys, 20 yards off the ball.
Colerain's got 4 wide on this, 4 wide receivers. Actually, 5 wide receivers. So they've got
That's
4
what
boxes
it's going to be a screen pass to Pace right here.
Yeah, it's exactly what I called for.
That's what it is. Deshaun's got it. He's going to run up the field, see if he can make some people miss. He's going to take it into the field. He's got down to the 10. He's down to the 5-yard line. Stay on his feet. He's into the end zone. Deshaun Pace.
They're marking him out of bounds. They're marking him out of bounds, I believe, at the 1-yard line. Referees hadn't signaled one way or the other yet. They're talking about it.
How in the world was he not in?
They're talking about it.
No, I don't think they are. I don't think they're talking about it at all. They're bringing the ball up, and they're going to mark it done. Oh, I would like to be able to see that on replay. I thought Deshaun Pace was into the end zone. Again, there's 30 guys in front of us, so we can't tell definitively, but Sean Cutright is out there, and he's discussing it with the referees now. Deshaun Pace is trying to argue his case, but look, it's done. It's over. That was an unbelievable play that could have resulted in 6 points.
Yeah, there's no replay at the high school level.
Well, there is, just not till we get to the state title game. But not here at the regional final. But either way, a very exciting play to end the first half.
And when I'm watching a lot of the Colerain guys, and hopefully we've got one of our film crew
I bet
down
we do.
there in
I
that
bet
corner.
Jason's down in that corner.
There's a lot of guys on the sidelines here that are disagreeing with that call.
So let's reset here. 20 minutes left to go now for halftime. Colerain is up 21-14.
That would have been huge.
That would have been huge.
So we get the ball too,
because we get the ball to start the second half. So we're going to step away. We're going to pull up these stats either from the Elder website or however else we can get them. And we're going to take a little break here shortly, and then we'll come back. Fellas, when you want to come back with 10 minutes left on the clock? 5 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, we don't need 10. There's not that many scores.
Yep, so take a break. Get yourself a ice-cold refreshment.
Or a hot cocoa.
Or a hot cocoa, whatever you may need. And thanks so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast between the Colerain Cardinals and the Elder Panthers here on wearecolerain.com.
We're about to
Great.
And we're back with second half, or first half
You
stats
just think you're funny.
and scores.
All right, at halftime here at Dwyer Field, your Colerain Cardinals leading the Elder Panthers 21-14. Colerain with only 6 first downs. They pretty much had the big play going on. Elder with 12. Elder has rushed 20 times for 128 yards. Colerain has rushed 14 times for 113. Passing yards got 150 for Elder and 65. So the total offensive plays, Colerain only 18 offensive plays, but 178 yards. Elder Panther 38 offensive plays in that first half for 278 yards, but it's the big turnovers that has been the key for Colerain's success. And I look at it too. They've kept the ball away from the Colerain offense. The time of possession, Colerain only having the ball 7 minutes and 53 seconds to Elder's 16 minutes and 7 seconds. But Colerain taking advantage of the turnovers and the big play. Your leading rusher for the Colerain Cardinals, it's Abdul Hamza Wahid with 5 carries for 94 yards and the one big 80-yard run for the touchdown. Other than that, Lawson Sandusky has 8 yards, Jalen Thomas has 6, and Tyrus Bradley has 4.
You mean Deshaun Pace?
I know, but our stats guy have got him listed as Jalen Thomas. So, and then for the Elder Panthers, Matthew Levy, the quarterback, has got 14 carries for 103 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Johnson, 2 for 26. Drew Ramsey, 1 for 2. And Joseph Catania, 3 for -3 passing. Matthew Luby is 14 for 18, so he's done really well in his high percentage passes for 150 yards, but 2 interceptions to his 1 touchdown. Freddie Johnson is perfect for the night. He is 3 for 3 for 65 yards and a touchdown. Your leading receivers, Isaiah Meyer with that touchdown. He was 36 yards. Your leading receivers for the Elder Panthers, Drew Ramsey, 5 for 72. Dakota Postel, 4 for 26. Joe Royer, we told you about him, held so far 3 catches, 41 yards, but he does have the touchdown. Other than that, your leading, let's see. All right, go ahead, Brandon. Just a repeat of, got 3 copies of the same thing, no defensive stats. Oh, here we go. Just handed
Sometimes you can't read, guys. I apologize.
Go ahead.
You're still confused? You need help?
No, just look around.
Okay. Again, you can reach us in the booth at radio@wearecolerain.com. Listening in from Ross, Ohio, class of 92, Randy Hunt. Back to those defensive stats.
There you go. I told you. Brandon wanted to read the stats, and he was going to make fun of his father because they're written up, but something happened with the printer, and there are no defensive stats for the Colerain Cardinals.
Scores from around the area. In Division 1, the winner of this game plays the winner of Dublin.
Only one stat matters, Chris.
Dublin Kaufman
21-14.
and Springfield. At halftime, Dublin Kaufman leads Springfield 3-0. Elsewhere,
Like baseball.
in Region 1, defending state champion St. Edward leads Mentor 21-7. And Pickerington Central, trying to avenge their only loss in the season, they lead Groveport Madison 23-0. And that's a huge score. Groveport Madison is a wing T option offense. So that's a big score for them to overcome. In Division 2, LaSalle leads Harrison 38-0. Harrison was about to score to end the half, but LaSalle had a pick 6 right before half. LaSalle 45, Harrison nothing at halftime. The winner of that game, which is going to be LaSalle, will play the winner of Toledo Central Catholic and Olentangy. Toledo Central Catholic leads Olentangy 28-7. Naslin Washington leads Akron's Archbishop Hoban 17-14. And other local score of note, Hamilton Baden 0, Trotwood Madison 0. Excuse me, both teams scored to start the second half. Trotwood Madison 7, Hamilton
Up to
Baden
date,
7.
right there. Live action.
No one cares about Kentucky scores, Chris.
It's Covcath. That's it. Beechwood.
Covcath is going to win Division 5. Trinity's going to win Division 6. They do their divisions in the opposite order.
Male's pretty good.
The 220.
Beechwood is going to win 1A or 2A, whatever Beechwood's in. Newcath is going to win the other whatever next division's up.
All right, Phil, so that was an exciting first half. You think we're going to be able to duplicate that in the second half? God, I
One
hope not. I don't
would
think
hope.
My heart can't take it.
You know what? You can't get any better, but, no one expected this Colerain team to be here. This is what's exciting. This game started off electricity on both sides of the stands. This was one of the loudest starts of a game that we've had in a while. The purple people from across the way, they were just as loud, and our Colerain fans were. It was electric, and kind of got quiet when Colerain was kind of sitting right there. So if Colerain can keep this energy up, it's all about momentum right there. That touchdown, oh my goodness, that touchdown that was called out of bounds at the half-yard line, 1 yard line, whatever it is, kind of speculative, and there'll be a lot of talk about around town. But that would have been huge. But Colerain is up 21 to 14, one score, and they start the second half with the ball. And they just put 7 minutes back on the clock, but
It's
I believe
1
that's
minute.
a 1 minute. So fix your clock, Mason.
Just to
You've got a great stadium, but fix your clock.
the one thing I will add, before we get ready to start the second half.
Oh, you always have something to add.
Oh, my God. Way to bring us
Here it
down,
goes.
Chris.
No, there's no bringing it right down. I just wanted to say how incredibly honored I feel and proud of these young men for everything they've gone through from the very beginning of the year all the way to now to get to this point. I mean, they're in the regional final at halftime and they lead. Win or lose, it's been a tremendous season and so excited and proud. And like I said, honored to be able to watch them every week and call them. And to that point, I want to say thank you to the Colerain Boosters. And the Colerain Boosters are everyone that takes the time to donate their time. If you're in and around Colerain High School, Colerain Middle or White Oak Middle, and you give some of your time to help those schools, or if you go onto wearecolerain.com and underneath the menus, you navigate to Colerain Boosters and you've made a donation. And if you haven't done that, I encourage you to do it now because we can't do what we do without the Colerain Boosters. And again, that is you. So encourage you to head out to wearecolerain.com and right there at the very top underneath the more menus, you'll see Colerain Boosters. You can join online. It's a simple few clicks for as low as $25. It's really very little, but it goes a long way, so thank you. So Elder's got the ball set at the 40-yard line. Again, Colerain to receive the second half kickoff, up 21 to 14. Should have been 28-14, but 21-14.
Been interesting. We've just seen a lot of pop-up squib kicks, nothing, but this one's deep.
And then there's a deep kick, and it's going to drive the turn man back, but it goes into the end zone, so Colerain will take over. First down and 10, no return.
Kind of scares me back there. You want to put your best athletes in the best position. This is the first time all year we've seen Freddie Johnson returning kicks, and that's I don't want you think you can risk an injury right there, but Freddie does the right thing. The ball it lands at the 5, lets it go into the end zone.
I was more scared that he just let it bounce. You never know what a freak bounce that it doesn't go into the end zone.
But that's the first time it wasn't a squib kick, it wasn't a pop-up kick, so it was pretty much traditional end-over-end kick. So Colerain back to it in the I formation, start the second half.
Yep, Deshaun Pace starting in the I with Hamza Abdul-Wahid. He had the 80-yard touchdown run earlier today, and Freddie Johnson under center. Takes the ball, hands it off to Hamza Abdul-Wahid, who's going to pick up 2 yards. Well defended by the Elder Panthers on that play.
Yeah, just a straight dive to your fullback, picks up 2. Lots of shifting. The Elder Panthers, really, I don't know if they saw something in film that they recognized right there.
I know that wasn't what the play call was, but if he checks the other way, Hamza's still running.
So, yeah, the entire defensive line and linebackers shifted left, and that's where the play goes. A great guess, but, a lot of times if you guess wrong, as you said, Brandon, it sets up for the big
we saw
play.
in the first half, Hamza went the distance.
Now a single set back, Hamza Abdul-Wahid in the wing formation. Deshaun Pace in motion. Handoff once again to Hamza Abdul-Wahid. He keeps it. He's going to take it out to the 26-yard line. It'll be third down.
3rd and 4 for the Cardinals.
A lot of massive humanity there trying to untangle that pile.
Well, you run that wing formation. All the Colerain offenses got close to the ball, and Elder is putting 8 men in the box is a massive humanity and umpire.
Yeah, 22 guys on the field, and I think 20 of them were in that pile.
They unpile it, and they'll actually mark it as a 25, not the 26. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Big third down here for the Cardinals on their opening series of the second half. Really want to keep this drive going. You'd hate to punt it away to Elder.
6 seconds left in the play clock. And Sean Cutright, coach, recognize that and is going to burn up timeout right here.
That's all right. That's a good timeout to use because this first series is so very important to start the second half. You want to get an opportunity to get the best play call you can into the game to pick up 5 yards. It's
a confidence booster coming out here. You're up. You want to stay up. You want to keep momentum on your side. So even if you don't score, even if just a couple first downs adds to that confidence to carry on the rest of the game.
I really am shocked at the lack of, I guess, quarterback keepers. You talked about it, alluded to it a little bit earlier in the first half. And I'm always excited, though, to get into the second half because
I'm waiting for that
you never know what this offense is going to do.
I'm waiting for that quarterback counter coming back the other way. We've seen the counter one time.
Right, where he follows the fullback.
Lawson Sandusky caught it, but.
Right. All right, so 3rd down and 5 here. Ball slated at their own 25-yard line. So big 3rd down for the Cardinals. Freddie Johnson under center, I formation. We've got false start against the Cardinals. That changes everything.
The Elder Panthers, again, did their shift in the middle of cases, and that, I believe that was Quasi Jones jumps off sides.
That really stinks. 3rd and 5, you felt good. Now you're back at all the way back to the 20-yard line. So where you started, 3rd down and 10 now for the Cardinals.
You just got to be smart with the football. If you get it, you get it, but you don't want to make any rash plays or bad throws and getting a turnover in this position.
Well, you have to believe they're going to believe that they're going to run wide. The play clock is down to 10 seconds. They're just now breaking the huddle and getting to the line.
They recognize that.
Yep, they wanted to go quickly. So Freddie Johnson now under center, single back set, man in motion is Deshaun Pace. He's going to get the pitch and going to try on one ride. He's up to the 20. He's at the 25 and runs out of bounds. He's going to be well short of the first down, and the Colerain Cardinals will be forced to punt. That penalty was a killer.
Yeah, he picked up 8 on that play. I'll tell you what, there's that play and tackle went deep into the Colerain bench, and kind of good to see a couple of the players there standing on the sideline. One in particular, Elijah Ford. That play went underneath his knees right there on a tackle on the sideline. You got to keep your heads up. So
wouldn't it be funny if they faked it here?
It's too deep to try it.
Not a good spot for a fake.
Not a good spot for a fake?
Yeah.
Snap is back to Lawson Sandusky. He's got it. The ball's on the ground, and unfortunately, he's going to be forced.
He kicked it off.
He did, and unfortunately, let's see where they mark it out of bounds.
Yeah, Lawson, it was a high snap, and Lawson Sandusky is a great athlete. He did get a hand of it, but he didn't pick it up off the ground.
Haven't had a problem with snaps all year, really. I mean, and now we have a problem with the snap. Sandusky couldn't quite get his hands on it and recover it.
He does get it away.
Yeah, he does. I can't believe he even did that.
Well, that's when you've got an athlete back there. Normally a punter can't move like him, and he does a little scramble kick and does get it out to the Colerain 36.
And that's where Elder will take over 1st down and 10. So they only need 36 yards to pay dirt. So not only does the penalty kind of get them off schedule on their series offensively, but then you have a bad snap. Just a horrendous start for this Colerain team to start the second half. They've got to find a way to keep Elder out of the end zone. There's Luby. He's going to keep it and try and run up the middle. He's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. I'm not sure who made that tackle. Was that Corleone?
Yeah, it was Beavers. It was Beavers.
Or Beavers? I thought it was, yeah.
Okay, he picks up 3.
Didn't really hit the hole the way we're used to seeing him. I'm not sure if he was waiting for something to open up or.
And Luby, I don't know if he got rolled up. He isn't really running 100% right there for the Panthers.
Well, I don't know if he was just kind of just showing a little bit of patience right there. But
yeah, that's what I was saying. He didn't hit it as hard as he has in other. So we got 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the short side, and then 2 to the top on the right side. Luby all by himself in the backfield. Drops back, looks to pass. He's looking to the left. He throws it. It is complete. Caught by number 12 and immediately tackled out of bounds. But, I mean, again, if they're going to continue to play soft and give that up, then, yeah, picked up enough for the first down.
Needed the 26 for the first down.
Yeah,
got to the 26.
Coach's son, a smart play. Drew Ramsey just ran that pattern exactly where he needed to be.
Yeah, they've always had a precision offense. I mean, that's what they do, right? They run, they stop, they turn. There's not a whole lot of streaking down the field that you see from Elder Panthers. It's these short little comeback routes that they're big fans of. So 1st down and 10. ball at the 26-yard line of the Cardinals. Luby's got it. This time he's going to keep it and try and run up the middle, looking for some more room. He's going to pick up about 5 on the play. See where they mark it.
Yeah, Chris, they must have been listening to us in that first half. They've come out here and just decided to run behind that two big offensive linemen right there, just consistently.
And Deshaun Pace pointed out, he pointed right where they ran it, right behind the two guys. He even came out of his position. He knew exactly. They made a substitution. They kind of brought in an extra tight end and kind of a scat back. Really made it obvious that they're going to run the ball on that play.
Yeah, and it's not just those two guys, right? I mean, let's not forget the other guys on the right side. Drew Beckenhoff.
There is not a single offensive lineman on Colerain's team that is as big as anyone that starts on that 5.
That's the best way to say it, Brandon. That's exactly right. Every single one of their offensive linemen is bigger than our biggest. So now rolling to the right does Luby. He looks and he passes it in, and it is incomplete. In and out of the hands of the Ohio State commit, Joe Royer. It was a tough pass.
Yeah, it was
It'd have been very impressive if he came down with it.
Yeah, tough pass, and the pass is behind Royer. He reaches behind him where he kind of sat at the 10-yard line and behind him, and will set up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, it was Brandon Sinclair in coverage. Did a good job. The Colerain faithful is standing, cheering on this defense's big 3rd down and 5.
Got to imagine this is going to be a quarterback keeper here. Luby's got it, draws back, actually throws it, and it is caught by number 5. Tackled out of bounds at the 15.
Needed the 16 for a 1st down.
Yep, so once again, that precision passing game for the Panthers comes through and converts on another 1st down. It will be 1st and 10. They do not need a touchdown to score. They got to get to about the 5-yard line.
The cornerbacks are giving him a cushion. They're not going to get up the big play, and they're saying, hey, you're going to have to inch down the field. But, you know, he has been very accurate when he's thrown these out. The only ones that he's had troubles with is when he's been pressured a little bit and trying to get the ball down the middle of the field.
When he's been on the move, it's really the only time he's really been off target.
So 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. Number 12 breaks out of the backfield. 2 wide receivers split to the right. Now he comes back. Once again, Luby's got it. He's trying to find some holes in the middle, and he's going to be absolutely wrapped up and taken down.
Deshaun Pace makes the tackle, but I tell you what, Colerain, LT Johnson, all those at front, they didn't get pushed back. They didn't make the play, but they did not allow the offensive line to get any push up there.
And that's also a film room thing. They saw that Drew Ramsey was in motion, and by the formation that they were going to run just a quarterback kind of almost wildcat kind of play with the man in motion and the quarterback, and Deshaun Pace immediately came down and collapsed. Defensive line holds the ground, and Luby has nowhere to go, loses 2.
So 2nd down and 12. Royer lined up in the slot. Drops back to pass. Once again does Luby, and this time he's going to try and run.
The ball's out!
And he's got balls down and on the ground. It's going to be recovered by the Panthers, but it's going to be a sack strip for the Colerain Cardinals, and the ball's going to be taken back to the 26-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd down. Huge play by the Colerain defense. So credit the Colerain secondary for causing Luby to have to wait to try and find somebody open. Couldn't find anybody and got engulfed.
Cardinals go to a dime package. Devontae Kiner comes in as an extra DB.
It is 3rd down and 20. They need to get down to the 6-yard line for a 1st down. Luby's got it. He's looking to pass. He's looking to pass, and he's going to go down. He's still on his feet. He's trying to get it, but he's not going to. He's going to get taken down at about the 21-yard line. Missed tackle there early, and he got out of it, but it's going to be 4th down and a country mile. You would expect, I would think, the field goal unit to come on, or no?
We don't really know what the kind of kicking game they had, and if you don't get it here, it's not a bad spot on 4th down. There's not a lot to lose here if you don't have faith in your field goal team.
Well, yeah, a missed field goal is just like a punt if it reaches the end zone.
Actually,
come out to the 20.
Yeah, I mean, you're only losing 2 yards on a missed field goal.
Oh, I guess I was more hopeful for a field goal, because I get worried with the size of those wide receivers and that offensive line that at any point, I mean, I know it's 4th and 16, but this offense is pretty lethal. Luby drops back, looks to pass, there's pressure up the middle, push, and it is caught by number 12. He's going to be short of the 1st down. And the Colerain Cardinals will take over at the, I think they're going to mark it at the 10-yard line.
You know, it works almost better than a punt right there. They go for a field goal and miss. They get it to 20. They pick up a few yards here. Colerain's going to start deep in their own territory. That's not a bad play call.
6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. We're halfway through the 3rd quarter. Each team now is possessed the ball one time. Elder only needing 36 yards on that series to try and get in the end zone, and a couple of great defensive plays by the Cardinals pushed them backwards, and as a result, they get no points.
We talked all night, all week about coming in this game, but that Elder offensive line, and right now the Colerain defensive line is answering the call here so far in the game.
Yeah, I didn't get any tackles, but I was impressed. L.T. Johnson was a factor on all three of those plays.
Well, he's going to have to be. He's a senior. So here we've got 4 wide receivers.
I'll just throw it right out to him.
Man in motion, Freddie Johnson under center. He takes it, he's going to roll, he's going to keep it himself and try and make something happen, and he does. He squeezes in between a couple of tackles, takes it out past the 20. That's a 12-yard run on first down for the senior quarterback, or junior quarterback, Freddie Johnson.
And again, it's like a broken record every week. It's a play in a formation we've never seen before. This time it looks like the traditional formation, except there's no one lined up at fullback. They send Hamza in motion, and it just turns into the quarterback shooting body right. He gets behind all his blockers and picks up 12 yards.
Like that play call because it takes a lot of risk out of potentially
same formation,
flipping or anything like that. Yep, 2 wide receivers split. Oh, now we got a man in motion. 21 takes it on a jet sweep around the side. He's got to get north and south. He makes one guy miss, makes another guy miss, but then he's going to get sacked for a loss. And unfortunately for Bradley, it's just one of the situations where he just hasn't played. He's a backup. He's a backup, and he's in the game. That's the second time tonight he's tried to run wide and ended up losing significant yardage.
That's the second time tonight that the offensive line and the wide receivers were blown up. He had nowhere to go with that play.
So as a result, the Cardinals are taken all the way back inside the 15-yard line.
Timeout from the officials.
All the way down to the. It's marked on the ball's marked on the 14.
What's happening right now? Okay, they reset it. The 2 play clocks were on different counts.
Gotcha.
So they reset it.
Come on, Mason, fix your clocks.
I don't know how that's possible. I would assume they're on the same thing because this end zone said 6 seconds. Yeah. This end zone said 16 seconds.
Right.
Do they have bulbs out on those too? Nope. All right, so second down and 19.
Hold on, now they've reset the play clock in the other end zone to 1 second.
They're probably just going to turn that play clock off. Nope.
Now they put 40 on it. Now they put 40 on both of them. Put 40 on one and put 25 on the other. So that's
there we
65
go.
seconds.
Now it's 25 seconds on both.
What the hell's going on?
Both play clocks are. Oh no, they're not. The one in this far end zone is still wrong. It's not moving at all. So 15, 14, 13. Freddie Johnson, and of course, that's the one, only the one he can see. He's going to keep it and run up the middle. Get skinny, going to get past the 20-yard line, back up to the original line of scrimmage.
He gives that to Hamza Abdul, and Hamza picks up big yards to break.
He picked up big yards on the play.
Yeah, Freddie gets back to the original line of scrimmage, make it 30 and 10, but he
30 and 10.
Third and 10.
Third and 10.
Up at the 22-yard line. But once again, they're offensive here now in the first 2 series in the second half, just stumbling a little bit.
And again, I think the referee is going to have to make a decision here to just
You've got to turn them both
off because they're both the play clocks are not in sync on either end zone.
So we have an official's timeout.
Yeah, one says 1, one says 40. Now they both say 1.
I tell you, I don't understand the operations of a field, but why is it so complicated to get those right?
Well, they're not 2 separate buttons.
You know why it's complicated? Because you don't expect them to unsync, and you don't know how to fix it because it's not something that happens every day.
Well, when in doubt, reboot. Just turn them off, turn them back on. I'm not a technical whiz, but that's the first thing when you call customer service.
From your IT professional in the booth, Brian White.
Have you rebooted? Yes, I rebooted. I wouldn't have called you. But anyway.
I took my boot right to this thing.
So, yeah. Nope.
All right, 3rd down and 10. At their own 22-yard line. Cardinals need to be careful here. Tight formation, Deshaun Pace in motion. Freddie Johnson drops back, looks to pass. He's going to be wrapped up. He's going to stay on his feet, but he's going to go down. So smart play by Freddie Johnson. Unfortunately, it's going to be another busted offensive series for this Colerain Cardinals, who are really struggling to find their way here in the second half.
Yeah, no one was really open in that play.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to slip the sophomore deep and go play action. It was a good play call if it's there, but live to make another play. Nobody open, don't throw it, eat it. Lawson Sandusky's hoping for a better snap. He's gonna take this from his own 5.
I would suspect we'll see a much better snap this time.
And we'll see if Elder maybe tries to put a little bit of pressure on it. Doesn't look like they're setting up for the block.
Sandusky standing on his own 5-yard line. There's a snap back, and it's another lofter. But Sandusky's got it, and he boots it, and he bounces it just before the 50-yard line. Elder's going to have to stay away from it.
It
takes a Colerain bounce.
How about that? It's still
all the way
rolling.
down to the 30-yard line, inside the 30, all the way down to the 27. 37-yard line. Huge punt by Lawson Sandusky to literally flip the field and put the Cardinals defense in a much better place with some room to work.
And for the second time tonight, a 50-plus-yard punt by Lawson Sandusky.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. That ball probably didn't get 15 foot off the ground, and it was kind of a knuckleball. It was weird, and it hit the ground. But
no, but those sometimes are the best, right? Because they've got that low trajectory. They hit the ground, and they just go.
Yeah.
And once it hits the ground and it kicked away from the elder return guy, he's not going to pick it up. So you just have to hope it's got enough roll to get. Now, I'm not saying that's a 2006 Hilliard Davidson roll, but it was pretty good.
So Elder at their own 27.
First down and 10. 3 wide receivers split to the wide side. Luby's got it, keeps it, fakes the handoff, wants to try a run up the middle, and Elijah Ford is there and says, no, sir, you may not.
55-yard punt.
So you got to pick up 1 yard on that, and it's kind of interesting. Colerain plays a lot of man-to-man. They don't usually blitz a lot, but I've seen the last couple series. They're kind of mixing it up, and they're bringing their outside.
They're basically daring Elder to do something that's not one of their tendencies. I mean, we saw it. Pace jumped the play. Luby still picked up 6 yards, but when they did that little fake jet sweep to Peyton Ramsey, he was immediately going quarterback power. He knew the play was coming. Elder's going to have to mix it up here on offense.
2 wide receivers split each to the right and the left. A little bit of pressure. There's a pass out to number 1, and he drops it. Holy moly.
He was so wide open, Evan Vollmer.
Yep. I mean, that.
It was a combo route out to the left side. Elijah Ford from the defensive end is looking to the side. He went after the quarterback instead of dropping back. There were 2 Panthers in the pattern with only 1 defender. The defender dropped the deep guy. The underneath guy was wide open and went right through his hands.
You can hear the Colerain stands now beginning to stand and cheer on this defense. It is 3rd down and 8 on the scoreboard. This is where the Panthers have excelled tonight on 3rd down. Luby drops back, looks to pass, a little bit of pressure. Johnson is there, gets his hands on it, and it is complete out to number 8, who's got it. He's not going to have enough for the first down. He's going to get taken out of bounds at about the 32, maybe 33-yard line. They needed the 37, so it's going to be 4th down and short for the Panthers.
Mixed up the coverage right there to Colerain. They had only 1 wide receiver to this short side of the field, and it was one-on-one. And then one of the linebackers kind of dropped off a little bit and double covered the underneath route. He had nowhere to throw, so got a new number in the ball game, Brandon. Okay, wait a minute. 88.
My apologies, 4th and 5. Snap is back to the punter. He takes it, rolls to his left. He's thinking about running it. He's not going to. He kicks it low. It bounces into Colerain territory and goes out of bounds at about the 30, we'll call it the 34-yard line, 35.
It's going to depend on the spot.
He wanted to go for that.
He
so desperately wanted to.
We've seen it just like Lawson Sandusky. I believe that's why Colerain and Elder are not going after the block. They roll out that untraditional rugby style, and great athletes back there. But, yeah, he was within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage to make that decision. He wanted to do it.
But if he fails miserably.
There was a Cardinal there who was engaged, but he was close enough that he could have potentially blocked it or caused some real problems. So, I mean, I think that's a smart move on that punter's behalf.
So the Colerain defense stands strong, and they're going to turn the ball over to the offense at their own 35.
Need to give this defense a break. Let them catch their breath a little bit. This offense
needs to
put
score
together
here
a
in the
drive.
first play.
Absolutely. That's always his plan. Score on the first play. There's a pass out to number 19, Shandon Murray, who's got it. He's around the sideline. He's going to have enough for the first down out past the 45-yard line.
I think you're going to get a holding penalty downfield.
Where?
That flag on the 40 arrow.
I didn't see the flag. Just a quick out, bubble screen almost to Shannon Murray. I like to see a little bit of that. Kind of spreads out the linebackers who are really crowding the line. But that holding was downfield.
So be about first, with the holding, probably be about first and 12.
Yeah.
This is 3rd series in a row that Colerain is struggling to move the ball in the second half. Just from penalty to taking a sack beyond the line of scrimmage, they're just struggling a little bit to kind of get moving.
You can say the same thing about Elder so far.
Yeah, no doubt.
What an explosive first half.
You kind of expect that. You got 2 teams that go in the locker room and look at a little bit of film and make some adjustments, and the chess match that is high school football.
Freddie Johnson now back under center. Shannon Murray in the game. Didn't see him in the first half. He's going to take it and roll around. He pitches it late to Hamza Abdul-Wahid. He's going to take it up to about the 37, 38 yard line.
That's momentum.
Yeah. So he's going to pick up about 6 or where are they? All right, that's not a great spot, but
That's about right.
It's hard to tell. That way across the field, you have old eyes.
Make it 2nd and 8.
call it that. 2nd and 8. We'll go with
Take
2nd and
that.
8.
It's a gain of about 5.
So out comes Jones. In goes Isaiah Myers.
And
So
both-
big sophomore wide receiver.
Both play clocks are out, so it's be taken on the field by the back judge.
Yep. So they got to keep an eye on him, right? When he raises his hand, they've got what? 10
5
seconds?
Empty
5
backfield
seconds.
again.
Empty backfield. Man in motion. Freddie Johnson takes it, hands it off to Shannon Murray. He takes it, and he's going to pick up maybe 2 or 3 yards on that play. Not a whole lot.
Yeah,
It's going to be 3rd down and 5, maybe 3rd and
Elder
6.
kind,
6.
Elder
Yeah.
kind of sees that right there. Here comes a big boy package. Here comes Tank right here. We haven't seen it all
And
night.
it's just going to be a really different tank formation without Jalen Thomas and Michael Best. So you got, in place of Jalen Thomas, Thomas got Cachet, your back 3rd linebacker, out. Someone forgot to tell Pace at the tank package, and he's out.
Pace was getting a rub down there on the table.
Cardinals are going to have to get to the line quickly, though.
Yeah, we don't know the play clock, but I'll watch the end tail referee. This kind of gives Colerain a little bit of size advantage up front. If they want to take advantage of it, they can throw out of this situation.
And the I formation is needing 8 yards. There's a speed pitch back to Deshaun Pace. He's got to make one man miss, and he does. He stays on his feet, and he's got enough for the 1st down. He's into Elder territory, past the 50-yard line. They're marking him at the, where are they marking him? At the 49?
It's still a 1st down.
I
He's at
know.
midfield.
He's at mid. Interesting though, they brought the big boys in, but that wasn't the tank package. They just lined them up.
It was the tank package. They just lined up I formation.
No, but there was nobody. There was no one lined
It
up.
was
the
the
fullback.
tank, but I'm saying it was the tank package in terms of that was the personnel.
Oh, it
on
was
the
the
field.
person. It was
Right,
the
it was the
personnel,
personnel,
but
but they were
but all
using
the
them.
guys were on the line of scrimmage
Yes,
as an
yes.
extra tackle on tight end, as opposed to having them lined up as fullback. So they've just overloaded. They just brought some weight over to the left side.
Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Huge 3rd down conversion for the Colerain Cardinals. There's a handoff, straight handoff to Deshaun Pace. He's going to try and find some room around the side, and he's going to get taken down for a loss of 1.
Yeah, good play out there.
Was that 25 on that tackle?
9.
Yeah. Number 9.
That's the one thing when you've got Pace in the backfield. Tremendous athlete, but he's not a running back.
No, he's not.
He picks and chooses and uses his athletic ability and height.
That was their Sam linebacker, Nicholas Seeger.
And I don't know if you saw on that play, too, they had Luke Kendra. When they saw the big package, the big offensive lineman was playing defensive line on that play.
I did not see it.
I just saw him go off the field. I didn't see
There
it
you
during
go.
the field.
All
So
right.
2nd down and 11.
Yep, loss of 1 yard on that play. The clock continues to tick down. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Under centers, Freddie Johnson, man in motion, snaps the ball, hands it off to Hamza Abdul-Wahid. He takes it out into Colerain, or into Elder territory, down to the 46-yard line.
And that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. After 3 quarters of play here at Mason High School, it's the Colerain Cardinals 21, the Elder Panthers 14.
And again, Chris said it earlier, but we couldn't do anything here without the support of the boosters. So, join the boosters. We really appreciate. Click on the website or, be a volunteer. It's the boosters don't only support Colerain athletics, but it's all the extracurricular activities. It's show choir, it's academic quiz team, it's softball, it's girls basketball, everything. Not only Colerain High School, but the middle school of White Oak Middle School and Colerain Middle School. So thanks for your support, and remember, join the boosters.
Becoming it's ever increasingly more difficult to fund a holistic education for students, and I know everybody likes to think, just reading, writing, and arithmetic kind of thing. But you know what? We're in the Colerain community and Northwest Local School District. We're trying to create the well-rounded student that can do everything, physically, emotionally, mentally. To be able to produce a good student. And in order to do that, you've got to have extracurricular activities. Again, not just sports, but, outreach programs, community programs. Certainly fine arts programs are key, from music to art to theater. I mean, it's all critical. And the Colerain Boosters helps with all of those things. And again, the Colerain Boosters are you, the listener. So if you have not donated recently or this year, I think that actually qualifies as recently, then encourage you, please seriously consider doing it. Head out to wearecolerain.com, and at the very top underneath the more menu, you'll see Colerain Boosters, and there's a link that says Join the Boosters. And again, you can join for as little as a one-time $25 donation, which would be greatly appreciated. And then there are other, of course, options that allow you to give over a period of time, maybe even a larger amount. But again, even that can be as little as $25 a year. If that's all you can afford, we appreciate every single bit of it because it goes a long way to help these kids.
Yeah, and go to our website and you'll see the all the advertisements for our corporate sponsors. They give us the big dollars. So
very appreciative for all of the Colerain community businesses. So here we go, start of the fourth quarter. It's third down for these Colerain Cardinals.
Deshaun Payson, the quarterback, in the tank formation.
Yeah, in a bit of a wildcat formation. Let's see what he does. He's going to take it. He's going to run and cuts the other way with it. Makes one man miss. Let's see if he can get around the corner. He does. It depends on where they mark him out of bounds. I give up trying to mark out
short.
where they're going to mark
He's
him.
about a yard short. He needed the 41, got the 42.
Well, I think on this side of the field, you absolutely have to go for it.
That's what the Cardinals are doing.
Absolutely. So fourth down and 1 for the Colerain Cardinals on the Elder 42-yard line. They need to get to the 41.
And both of Elder's big offensive linemen are in a defensive tackle.
They want to try and put some pressure with Deshaun Pace in the backfield. There goes Freddie Johnson in motion. He stops. They're trying to get Elder to jump off sides, and it doesn't work. So let's see what they do here. They need to move quickly. We can't see the play clock, but Sean's got it. Gives it to Freddie Johnson. He takes it around the side. He's going to have enough for the first down.
And they go Wildcat, and you know what? Deshaun Pace goes a little read option and hands it off to Freddie Johnson for the first down.
You know, this is one of those situations I'd love to have the players' mind because Deshaun Pace and Freddie were having a conversation
they were
back
talking,
there.
right?
I don't know if that was actually the play it was supposed to be.
Exactly. It's just like, I'm going to take it, you're going to take it. Okay, I'm going to be the bottle cap, you're the twig.
Right.
You know, old playground ball, but, whatever happened, whatever they said was the right thing. So Freddie Johnson lined up at wide receiver. Deshaun Pace still in the Wildcat.
Yep, and here comes Freddie back. And Deshaun takes it and runs right up the middle, lowers his helmet. That's a hard run. He's going to pick up about 2 yards on that play.
And Elder has all three. They have Jacob James, Luke Kandra, and Carter Smith. So all of their big offensive linemen are in playing D-line right now.
And they have their hands on their hips. Well, I think they realize that that if you're going to slow down this Colerain offense, at least with the success they had in the first half, you're going to have to put some bigger beef on that line.
Well, Colerain's doing what they did in the Fairfield game. They just got big and relied on their best player just straight ahead to find a seam.
Second down. Colerain up 21-14 here in the fourth quarter.
Pass.
Yep.
Elijah Ford's wide open. And he
dropped it!
That is
my goodness.
I am without words. I am without words. I mean, that was kind of a rough pass. It was low. It hit him in both hands. You're right. So that drop pass, along with Kwesi Jones's drop pass. Look, the Cardinals have had opportunities. They've had their opportunities tonight.
Yeah, they go play action there, and everybody was following the quarterback who came in motion there.
Can you do that again?
Oh, why not?
Wow.
Right?
That was
that's a first down.
absolutely the perfect play
It's
call.
a first down and almost a touchdown.
Right. So Deshaun Pace, once again, in at the Wildcat position. Freddie Johnson lined up at receiver. He's going to run wide. They're going to go right with this. Deshaun Pace keeps. He's going to try and keep himself. Makes a man miss, but he's going to get tackled for absolutely no gain. So it's going to be fourth down, and they're going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, Tanner Purdue.
Dang it! That was a first down.
And maybe a touchdown.
Yeah, and maybe a touchdown. Again,
yeah,
just
Elijah
mistakes.
Ford was about the 18, just inside the 20, and there was a couple of guys in the area, but a little bit behind him. But again, a drop pass. But anyway,
and it was low too. But still.
But
I mean,
both hands touched the ball. You got to secure that.
Right, and there was nobody around him. It's not like he was getting pressured.
So Lawson Sandusky has had a couple bad snaps back to him to set up at his own 50.
He's got blockers in front of him. There's a much better snap. He's going to take it and punt it, and it's a high punt. It's a fair catch, but it's going to bounce behind him and kick inside the 5-yard line. Colerain bought on the fake.
Yeah, it's one of those, you've got to have at least one or two guys run past the guy that's putting his hands up.
Right, exactly. Yeah, Colerain bought the fake. Great fake by the return man for Elder. He was waving his hands as if it was a fair catch, and he had no intention on catching it.
And it's tough to do. You got your back to the ball.
Sure.
But when you got that much time, you're running down, you run to the goal line and turn around, and
right.
you have a couple of guys cover the ball after. But it is what it is. It's the Elder ball at the 20-yard line. We've got 9:48 left to play, and it looks like they fixed the light bulbs. How about that?
They sure did. Maybe
Play clocks aren't working.
Maybe it was a fuse. Who knows? How does that happen? How do you just fix the play?
I don't think it was light. That's digital. It was something.
All right. All right, so this Colerain defense, once again, has got to find a way to slow down this
Let's get
Elder offense. So they've done a great job this
Let's get
half.
another turnover.
The snap back, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, does Luby. He makes one man miss, gets it out to about the 24-yard line. So it'll be 4-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, Donovan Owens gets great penetration up the middle and just misses Luby at the line of scrimmage.
Lots of conversation going on over here on the bench with the offense. Tyler Williams and Daniel Rod, coaches for the Colerain Cardinals, instructing their young men so that when they get out there for the, I guess it'll be the 4th time this half they get the ball, try and get some positive yards and put some more points on the board. Don't think one touchdown is going to be enough. Luby drops back, looks to pass. He's got a clean pocket. He's in pursuit from the back, but he throws it, and it is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Vollmer. Would have been enough for the first down, but that was a tough pass.
And that was one of those, it's just a scramble, a drill, and Luby kind of gets the outside, and he can maybe pick up enough for the first down, but he sees Vollmer kind of roll over top of the defense and tries to get to him. But again, he's throwing on the run, and it's near the sidelines, and Vollmer tries to reach for it, but just can't get high enough to haul it in. So 3rd and 6 for the Elder Panthers.
Again, this is where Elder has really, do you have to, if you can pull up those stats, I'm curious what they are on 3rd down. While this play goes out, Brandon's going to look that up. Let's see here. 2 wide receivers split to the left, 2 to the right now. Vollmer comes out of the backfield. Again, empty backfield. Luby drops back, looks to pass. A little bit of pressure, and it is passed, and it is caught. Taken out to the 35-yard line. It'll be plenty enough for a first down. We'll see where they mark it. But, again, another wide-open receiver in the flat.
Well, they're running that combo route, and they're using the Royer as almost a decoy. He goes deep, and the smaller receiver, just a slot receiver, just goes down there and sits underneath him. It's good by design. Evan Vollmer, only 5'9", kind of gets lost in that, but that's just a well-designed play.
Elder is now 8 of 10 on 3rd down.
Yeah, I mean, when you're converting 80% of your 3rd down plays, that's going to be very difficult to defend against. So now it's a fresh set of downs, first down. Luby dropped back, throwing it, lost it into the air, and it is caught by Royer.
Yeah,
I mean, he just went over and above the DB. Is that Kiner out there?
That's Phillips. Kenny Phillips is in position to make the play, but there's nothing you can defend on that. That's just Joe Royer being a
6'5",
6'5", 6'6", superior Division I tight end, and he just snatches it out of the air for the first down.
How tall is Kenny? He's only about 5'10", isn't he?
Phillips is just a 6 foot listed, so probably 5'11" sophomore.
Oh, he's a sophomore. Okay. This is a young team, so Colerain, our Elder now has it in Colerain territory. 32 takes the run all the way down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to pick up almost 5 on that play. We've seen this Colerain defense. I mean, Elder has been able to move the ball on them. They get down within the 30-yard line, and Colerain kind of clamps down on them. So,
yeah, interestingly, haven't really seen Luby really run the ball here. He's dropping back, and he's very content to find an open receiver and pass. So once again, Vollmer empties the backfield. Luby's back, drops back, looks to pass. He's got all kinds of protection. Catches the ball inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Well, Colerain drops into the zone. They had 2 guys right there, and there's just a small window. He's very accurate with that throw. You know, he hadn't had much success down the field, but give him that 6-yard out, and he puts it on a dime.
They will be short, so it will be 3rd and 1.
Down a score. This is definitely 4-down territory for the Panthers. Let's see what the Cardinals can do. Maybe they can sack Luby and maybe add some more yards to this, what would be a 4th down play. Luby's going to take it, keep it himself, and he's going to bust through the line, stay on his feet. He's going to dive all the way down to the 15-yard line, and that's where it'll be a first down for the Elder Panthers. This has got the writings all the wall where they're just going to march this into the end zone.
Well, what I'm seeing that I don't like right now, Deshaun Pace cramping on the ground.
Well, I mean, how could he not? I mean, he's played both ways almost the entire night. I mean, it's asking so much of this young man, trying to find a replacement for Jalen Thomas, who has been so important to this offense and not quite as important on the defensive side as his shift to offense really took his time away. But I mean, at some point, and this is the part of the game, you know, attrition starts to kind of set in, and again, win or lose, we've said this has been a tremendous season, and this is a great game. And the Cardinals are in a position where they can pull off this upset, but it's just so much they ask of these young men.
7:15. Cardinals have 2 timeouts. Eldor has 3. Cardinals lead 21-14. They'll be first down and 10 for the Panthers at the Cardinals 16. And that was one of those for Luby where Cardinals really sold out to try to stop him on 3rd and short. And luckily for the Cardinals, I think it was Pace who got a hand on Luby and tripped him up. But that was one where it's a play called just for 1 yard, but he probably busted for an extra 10 or 12 just because the defense is so compact at trying to get on that short yardage situation.
Well, and I think he's relatively small in stature, so he doesn't need that big of a crease. He's got great acceleration.
Groveport Madison on the board. Now they trail Pick Central in the 4th quarter, 23-7.
How's Harrison doing?
St. Edward leading in the 3rd quarter over Mentor, 28-21. So Mentor with 14 unanswered points.
Yeah, no, it's just 7. Edwards went up 28-14, and on the next play, Mentor did a flea flicker for a touchdown.
How about that? All right,
Come on, Cards.
First down and 10 for the Cardinals. Or excuse me, for the Panthers on the Cardinals' 16-yard line. Nursing a 1-touchdown lead. Luby takes it, rolls, tries to find some room. He finds up the middle. He's still on his feet. He's going to get down inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be an 11-yard run on first down. Boy, he is elusive.
Well, it was an interesting design play right there. They love the quarterback draw. That was, he took a step right, and it was almost a pulling guard came into there.
It was a play called for from the Cardinals. It was a counter play with the quarterback.
Counter.
He came back across the seam, so now it's 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Luby under center, takes the ball, and it's just going to be Luby all day. He's going to run and see how close he can get. I think he's going to get down to about the 1-yard line. So 3-yard gain. So
Colerain's going to try to go to a little bit extra beef out there. Ace Aaron Schweiner, your captain center, but better get set because no huddle right to the line again, and we're going to see the same play.
Yeah, there's absolutely no reason this play is going to change. Luby's going to take this and follow that big, huge offensive line in. And he got hit in the backfield.
Great penetration. Who was that?
LT Johnson jumped the count, got in the backfield, forced Luby out of his main route, and when he loses the yard in the play, it'll be 3rd and goal from the 2 now.
Yeah, not sure where he came from, but definitely was unblocked right there. A quick first step, LT Johnson. Again, no play clock, so we can't see. Elder taking a little bit of time to get this play out there.
A couple of substitutions on the Elder offense. Now 3rd down and goal at the 2-yard line. Again, fully expect Luby to keep this and try and follow his line. Some miscommunication there. Let's see what they do here. Man in motion, takes the ball, he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to
lose 3 yards.
He's going to get wrapped up in the backfield. That's number 49, Donovan Owens on the sack.
And it's going to be 4th and goal from the 5 now.
Interesting what they'll do right here. I mean, 5 yard is tough to get as they make a substitution. We don't know if they want to settle for 3 points with 5 minutes left, but they've left their offense out there. They're going for the 4th down.
Yeah, there's absolutely no doubt. And this is going to be a fade to Joe Royer in the end zone. I'm calling it right now. They've got Joe Royer. He's out there.
He's one-on-one with Pace.
I mean, this is it. This is where you make your money if you're Joe Royer. And there's Evan Vollmer that came out there. And that's exactly what he's looking to do. He drops back, he throws it into the end zone, and it is...
No signal yet.
Oh, my goodness. They're calling that a touchdown.
Hey, he got his feet in.
Yeah, he did, and both of his heels were fully in white.
You are about as far away as possible.
I have my binoculars.
You're about as,
I watched it.
You're
I
about
saw
as
it happen.
far away as possible.
I saw it happen. I got my binocs on. It's all right.
Yeah, it was just a jump ball. Your biggest guy against our biggest guy, and he came down with it. The ever-important extra point pending. Colerain got a little bit of penetration in the last extra point. Came very close to blocking it.
From Billy O'Connor all the way up to Joe Royer, the long line of 6'5+ wide receivers and tight ends at Elder is just ridiculous.
Snap is back. Kick is...
Oh, he almost... That went
just through.
Close. That was
with
close.
4:58 to play. It's the Elder Panthers 21, the Colerain Cardinals 21.
So Colerain with, as you said, 4:58 left to play. They burned 1 timeout earlier. They have 2 timeouts left to play. But, 4:58 for either one of these teams is a lot of time.
It is, but unfortunately all the momentum has shifted. I mean, they've got to find a way to get it back now.
And they've got to mix that up a little bit. Deshaun Pace, he's left everything on the field. He is giving it all, but he is definitely He's been cramping, and they're feeding him the water. But someone else, look at Freddie Johnson. Feed Abdul. That fullback dive has been effective at times.
Well, he was effective on one run, and since that time,
he's got 5 and 6 at a pop.
He's got 5 or 6 a pop. And that last
it's
drive,
almost, it's almost as if they've gotten almost too cute here in the second half.
The winner of this game will play the winner of the Dublin-Kaufman.
I was just about to give an update.
Game. Go ahead.
Kaufman forces a punt. Springfield's up 7-3 with 2 minutes to play, and Kaufman has it at their own 46 with 1 timeout.
So Freddie Johnson, Deshaun Pace, going to set up only at their own 20. The Elder kicker has popped it up in front of him. He's kicked it deep. He's kind of mixed it up.
Approaches the ball, gets his foot underneath it, and it is a high kick. And it's going to be caught. It's not caught. It's actually dropped by the Colerain guy. Picked up at the 5. Is that Freddie Johnson that's got it?
Freddie Johnson.
And he takes it out to the 10-yard line, and that's where he's going to be tackled. So, again, to your point earlier, you're not necessarily crazy about Freddie Johnson being back there. I mean, he's not a return man. I don't know what the thinking is there.
Tremendous athlete, and they tried to kick it over his head. And he was at about the 7-yard line, and that's when you got to make a decision right away. Whether you like last time, he let it bounce into the end zone.
Right.
They say anything inside the 10, let it go. But you want to make a play, and he did. He dropped it, and then he didn't pick it up off the ground cleanly. So Colerain, 90 yards till Pater, starting at their own 10-yard lines.
For an offense that so far this half has struggled, not put any points on the board so far.
Cardinals have 12 men.
They do have 12 men on the field. So what was bad has now become worse.
Well, I think at that play they wanted to give Deshaun Pace a little bit of a breather, and he went in anyway. So it's to be half the distance to the goal. It's going to take it down to the 5-yard line.
This is where you really miss someone like Jalen Thomas on a series like this, because he can get those tough yards you need, either up the middle or off a tackle or even wide. So first down and 15 at their own 5-yard line. The Cardinals have to be careful here.
Oh, and they jump off sides. A lot of movement up front. I'm watching the chess game that is. Freddie Johnson, Nate Colerain goes no huddle. He looks to the sidelines, gets the play call from Tyler Williams, offensive coach. But after he does that, Elder Panthers shift. And Freddie was checking the play to the other side, which he was supposed to do. But the offensive lineman just didn't hold his ground. So this is going to take it inside, 2.5-yard line.
Half a distance to the goal.
That's just more yards for the offense.
God bless you. First down and 17 on the board. Colerain at their own goal line. Again, handoff right up the middle. Hamza Abdul Wahid with the carry. Takes it out to the 8-yard line, 7?
7, 8, yep.
Somewhere around there.
Elder Panther helmet comes off. Colton Sandas helmet came off. They'll have to come out at least one play.
So 5-yard pickup on that first down run. Now second down and
11.
11? 7-11, 7-12. So trying to get out from the shadow of their own goalposts. Freddie Johnson under center. Again, that defensive line is moving all over the place. Lawson Sandusky running wide. He's going to catch it. Stay on his feet, get out past the 10-yard line. Falls down, but gets to the 12.
3rd and 8.
So slowly but surely, inching back. Again, you just like to see Lawson kind of stay on his feet there.
Good play by the Elder defensive back that took him off his feet.
They've got to get a first down here. If they've got a punt from inside their 20, it's just not going to bode well. 3 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in the game. Score tied at 21.
A little confusion in the backfield. They got to change formation again.
Yep.
Empty backfield shotgun.
Yep. Man in motion. This is a speed pitch. Deshaun Pace drops back. Looks to throw it. Try to motion for somebody to go. If he's smart, he just keeps it and runs.
Yeah, but he runs out of daylight there, and he's forced out of bounds at the 15.
Well, he wanted to throw it, but then he realized he was past the line of scrimmage. So the Cardinals will be forced to punt.
It's a huge defensive stance by the Elder Panther.
Yeah, the offense has just been I mean, as good as they looked at times in the first half, they've looked that bad this entire second half.
Well, give credit. You give credit to Elder. They make the adjustments.
No, I mean, a drop pass, penalties. I mean, they've made a couple, but some mistakes. Some mistakes have been made.
The 2 drop passes were huge.
Yeah, and that happens. I mean, you can't play perfect. Snap is back to Sandusky. He's got it. Kicks it. It's a high kick. It's going to be caught at the 50-yard line. And the return man for Elder took a knee.
He fair caught it first.
Did he fair catch it?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't looking back at that point.
So
you can see the Elder fans are up on their feet. The Panthers are cheering.
Yeah,
I mean, they can feel the momentum shifting clearly in their favor.
Yeah. But we haven't seen a real field goal attempt. I'll look at the stats on them. So we don't know what the Panthers have to do in terms of.
He looked okay on the extra points. Last one he pulled a little bit, but it was inside the goalpost. All right, here you go. Big stand for the Colerain defense. Tested. 3 minutes left to play.
Snap is back. There's a fake handoff. Luby keeps it. He gets out of a tackle, takes it down to the 42-yard line. Again, he's breaking tackles. I mean, you're not going to get him with an arm tackle.
He's got to get about 7 on that play. Ball at the Colerain 42.
Almost every time, right? I mean, he's going to end. I mean, how many yards is he? He's got to have over 200 yards rushing at this point.
Clock continues to run. Elder still with 3 timeouts left.
Luby with 150 yards rushing.
Luby 150? Okay. There's a pass. Caught. Immediate tackle made. Royer on the catch.
Enough for the first down.
Are they giving him the first? Wow, they're not even going to measure that. All right.
Yeah, he was a yard and a half past it.
So
on this season, Sam Harmeyer is 5 of 6 with a long of 33.
All right, so fairly good from an accuracy standpoint. Not a whole lot of chances, but
not a lot of distance shown. Now we don't actually know what exactly he does have.
2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the game. Score tied at 21. Luby takes it. It's a pass out to number 4. He's going to take it. He's going to pick up positive yards and run out of bounds all the way down to at least the 30. We'll see where they mark it. I say that, and it's going to be the 31.
Yeah,
not enough for the first down.
Inching a little bit closer.
Well, that's the game plan here, right? That's what they're trying to do. If somebody breaks one, great. If not, then they'll be happy to kick a game-winning field goal. Just too many mistakes on offense for Colerain in this half to really beat a team of this caliber. Let's see if they can hold on. The defense got to do it one more time. Snap is back. It's a handoff this time to number 21. He's got it. Stays on his feet. Gets inside the 25-yard line down to the 24, so it'll be another first down. The clock will stop. 2:02 remaining in the game.
Ball 24-yard line.
24-yard line. First down and 10 for the Elder Panthers at the 20.
Would be a
the Colerain 24.
7-yard attempt from this spot.
So they're right
That's
at his
17
long.
yards?
17, so you're right, 47. 37.
That's first down. They're going to pick up more yards here. Let's see. Handoff to Luby. He's got it. Runs right up the middle. He makes several guys miss. He stays on his feet. He reaches and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Matt Luby doing exactly this week what he did last week when his team needed a big run late in the game. He comes through and rushes 24 yards into the end zone to put the Panthers up 27-21 with 1:36 left in the game.
Yeah, that's just trusting your men up front, just the road graders. See, that whole series was just right up that left side. They mixed that one pass in, but they just did what they got hit in there.
That's exactly right.
Do what you do.
Exactly. I mean, there's just when you've got that kind of an offensive line in terms of size and a running back that's that elusive, you got to do it. And look, the Colerain defense is tired. The offense has not helped them at all this second half by sustaining any kind of drives. Extra point attempt. Snap is back. Oh, we've got whistles.
Yeah, I believe Deshaun Pace trying to sneak in the outside.
Well, the winner of this game plays the winner of the Region 2 final. And
wait, going half here? Did they maybe go for 2?
And that is final as Springfield has defeated.
They declined the offside penalty.
Defeated Dublin Kaufman 7-3.
Barn burner there. Yeah, I don't think Springfield is going to have. I mean, if Elder can hold on and win this game, I don't think Springfield has much of a chance to beat Elder. I really don't. So Elder could be could be in a position here if they can kick this extra point and hold on for the last minute 36. Colerain with 2 timeouts left.
Colerain offsides again. Will they decline it again? And I don't know why. It's amazing, the Purple Faithful. They will boo on everything.
Yes, they do. They boo on everything. They don't like anything.
If you jump off
You're
sides,
getting yards.
No other declining the penalty. What do they think Colerain is trying to do by jumping off sides?
No, something illegal, I guess?
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
I don't know what their thinking is.
I don't know. I
But
can't.
Here we go for the extra point attempt again.
Snap is back. Kick is up, and kick is good with 1:36 to play. It's the Elder Panthers 28. Colerain Cardinals 21.
So this half, Elder went into half down 21-14. They've outscored Colerain 14-0 in the second half of this game. Shades of the last playoff game that Colerain lost.
Well, and how
a
about
year ago.
how about these 3 plays? The play at halftime. Pace looked like he stayed in bounds and scored. The referees called him out of bounds. Quasi Jones with the dropped pass on the 5-yard line. Elijah Ford with the dropped pass. I mean, those just talking about one play can be a momentum swing, but when you have 3 plays like that,
It's tough to overcome.
It's tough to overcome. But you got a minute 36 left.
If this were other unnamed teams and unnamed weeks of the GMC, probably can overcome those mistakes. This is a regional final. You're just not gonna. It's gonna be very difficult to overcome those mistakes. Now, that being said, 2 timeouts, a minute 36. Anything can happen. And at this point, what is it you always like to say, Brian? Right? No holding back.
Yeah, can't hold anything back at this point.
Right. I mean, let's see what they can do on offense to get
Kind
the ball.
of switched it up here. Sean Williamson is going to be back as one of your returners.
As is Deshaun Pace. He drops back as well.
But interesting, Sean Pace is about at the 20. You got to be a little bit farther back. I mean, you're expecting maybe the squib here.
Well, he keeps.
No, what is
But-
it?
but-
They know he's going to go either deep left or he's going to go short right. That's basically what they're anticipating with the way they're set up.
Exactly. Well, Deshaun Pace now inching towards the 20. And there's the deep right kick that we talked about. Sean Williamson camps underneath it. He needs to take off here to the right side, see if he can get some blocks. He does, cuts it inside. That's a good return for Sean Williamson. It only gets out a little bit past the 20, but that was nice. He brought it right, followed his blocks, tried to cut it back inside, made a couple guys miss. That's where Colerain will take over. First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line. They've got to do something offensively.
The height of the kick allowed the Elder Panthers to get down there. There really wasn't much there. When you're looking for a big return, you need to hit that seam right away. And he did, as you said, Chris, he did a quality return, but there was just no seam for him to go to once he made that initial run.
Yep. So the Colerain offense on the field for possibly the last time this year.
2 receivers either side, shotgun formation.
Just giving time to throw as we're going to see a timeout.
Timeout,
Elder Panthers.
Well, they got the lead and they got 3 timeouts, so it makes sense. You want to see what the offense sets up.
If you're looking at matchups here, I'm looking at the Elder Panther. Dieters is covering the sophomore wide receiver. You've got 5'8" against 6'4".
I know.
Elder had success with just the jump ball to Royer. We're trying to look for some scores.
Final, LaSalle over Harrison, 45-8. So LaSalle, your Division II Region 8 champions. Who do they play the winner of, Brendan?
They play the winner of Pick Central, Groveport, Madison.
No, LaSalle.
LaSalle plays the winner of Olentangy, Toledo Central Catholic.
Okay.
Toledo Central Catholic was that big.
There we go. Colerain breaks the huddle. Freddie Johnson's going to be in his shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers on either side of the field. Hamza Adzadou in the backfield.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of passing. Let's see what Freddie Johnson can do. He's going to tuck it and run. He's going to get tackled from behind, which is unfortunate, because if he would have got out in that open space, he could have made something happen. But as a result, he's going to get tackled after a gain of just 3 yards on the play, maybe 2.
Colerain still not using one of the timeouts. 1:15 left to play.
Clock is ticking. That was a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8. Freddie Johnson drops back, looks to pass, throws it. It is complete. Tackle is missed. Colerain takes it, runs it out of bounds. It was a first down. It was Deshaun Pace on the reception.
You talk about putting your best player in the best position. Elder Panthers have got their big tight end Ohio State commit Royer playing defensive end.
He is a backup on the depth chart.
So he's with that size and speed, the pass rusher really going to have to slow him down.
Yep, and I like those intermediate passes. We don't need anything deep 50 yards down the field. Let's find somebody short and close. There's pressure on Freddie. He's going to keep it, tuck it, run. He's going to get out of bounds. I like that play too. Going to pick up about 5 yards.
So
on
does
the play.
Elder, because you just ran 10 seconds off the clock to pick up 4 yards.
Yeah, but it does stop the clock.
It's a balance.
Yep, it is. You're right. Down to 56 seconds left to go here in the game. Colerain trailing 28-21. Does not look good for the good guys.
Yeah.
See if they can find some magic here in the last minute of the game.
Elder's safety's playing a little bit of deep.
Freddie Johnson's got it, drops back and once again looks to pass. The pocket collapse. 24 once again tackles Freddie Johnson. It's going to be a 2-yard loss back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, there's a timeout there. That was pressure by Royer out there, forced him up into the pocket.
That is 2 tackles. I'm trying to get the number on that, or the name on that.
It's Connor Keys.
Connor Keys, the weak side edge. 6'3", 215-pound senior.
Yeah, Royer got a good jump off the side and beat the tackle and forced Freddie up into the pocket. And when you get that kind of penetration, the pocket just collapsed around him.
I'm pretty sure Elder's got like 5 guys starting that are not at least 6 foot tall. It's a big team, and that's how Elder has found success in the past. I mean, again, if Colerain loses this game, they have absolutely nothing to hang their heads about. We talked about it pregame. We talked about it in the first part of the game. They have had an unbelievable season. Sean Cutright's first year as the head coach of this program, an unmitigated success. There's no other way to describe it.
Well, you lose your top linebacker early in the season.
Let's be clear.
Folks,
You
step
lost
up.
2 of your arguably best 3 players coming into this game.
And Michael Best and Jalen Thomas, no doubt about it. Snap back to Freddie Johnson, trying to find some room. Going to keep it. He's going to pass it. It's caught. Out of bounds. First down. Up to the 45-yard line. So clock stops to move the chains. 41.3 seconds left. Colerain with 1 timeout. Elder with 2.
Yeah, Elder's happy giving him that underneath route.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Freddie is a first-year starter at quarterback, not known for his arm, but he's done well to matriculate down the field right now.
Right.
He's raising the roof right now.
Yes, he is.
I think that's a play call, but
1 wide receiver split to the top. Tight coverage by the Panthers on defense. Freddie Johnson looking for some running room, and he's going to run. He's got to get to the sideline.
he did not.
And he did not.
Great effort.
Yep, they're saying he went down inbounds up to the 48-yard line, so very short gain, 24 seconds left to go. Second down, Freddie Johnson under center. He's going to clock it.
18 seconds remaining.
Interesting, Colerain with 1 timeout right there. You're not close enough to use it. I mean, you.
I was just wondering that. When is that time that you use
That's a
it?
tough decision right there. You save 10 seconds at the clock, but you're still 50 yards away. Freddie can't throw that ball. You want to get an intermediate path near the 40 if you're going to maybe try a Hail Mary at one point. And so you want that timeout so if you get to catch a ball in the middle of the field. So that's a tough situation right there.
What did we see a couple of weeks ago? And I'm not saying we're going to see
Hook
it here.
and ladder?
But where's that hook and ladder?
Yeah.
It's coming right here.
But Royer has been just a beast off the edge right there. Come on, give him time.
Snap is back to Freddie. He throws it out to Deshaun. Oh, it's knocked incomplete.
That was what the play was right there.
Yep.
It was the hook and ladder, and I don't know. Elder really collapsed on Deshaun Pace there. I don't know if they recognize the play, but if Pace catches that and gets that pitch off.
Yeah, but they had 3 defenders around Pace.
4.
He's covered. He's tackled. I don't know if he even gets it off.
Right.
So it's 4th down.
4th down, 14.5 seconds left.
So this is the season, folks. Colerain Cardinals 11-1, trying to pull one last miracle out of the bag to try and extend their season. Freddie Johnson in the shotgun, drops back, trailing 28-21. He passes it. It is
First
complete,
down.
and it is a first down. The clock will stop. Chains will move.
Clock it.
Good catch by Deshaun Pace. 9.3 seconds left.
Now you just ground the ball. You might lose 1 second.
The chains aren't even set yet.
It's when the ball is set, not the
No
chains.
kidding, right?
2 seconds run off the clock. Freddie's a quarterback. When he's got to learn when you take that ball from the center of the clock, don't cock it back above your shoulder.
Just take it and drop it.
Just take it and go. I don't know. That would have saved a half a second, maybe.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal, but
Yeah, it's not
And we got to change a quarterback.
there we go. The
since-
questions all year. There was a quarterback battle to start the season. So we've got the traditional throwing quarterback.
Tyler Prather enters the game. Freddie Johnson's classmate in the junior class, seeing very little time, but now Elder and you can't, this is totally believable, right? The safeties for Elder just keep dropping back.
Was take too long? There's
I don't know. There's a
Colerain
flag.
have too many players on the field? Or the referee threw a flag? Nope. Referee just counted 12 where there was 11.
All right, well, once you
But
bring,
you know what? Play clock doesn't stop. It just gives you a little bit more time
They'll
to set.
reset the play clock, actually.
yeah,
Yeah,
with only 6.9 seconds left, Colerain's just going to try and get something deep. They've got trips to the top of the screen. Tyler Prather is back. He takes it. He's going to roll. He's going to look to throw. And it's a beautiful pass
There's nobody
deep
there.
down the field, and it's intercepted by number 9. He threw that ball so well and so deep that he outthrew his receivers, and it is intercepted by the Elder Panthers, and that will do it. The scoreboard reads 0s, and the Colerain Cardinals 2019 season comes to an end on the field here at Mason High School, where they fall to the Elder Panthers by the final of 28-21. A much better game than what we saw a year ago, where Colerain just absolutely throttled Elder 42-0. This was a battle all the way down to the end, boys. Could not be prouder of the way our guys played. Outside of a few mistakes here and there, which are bound to happen, really, really very proud of this team.
You know, Chris, I'm almost the internal optimist, and I'll have to admit, when this season started, I was agreeing with everybody else. This was a down year for Colerain. I was wrong. There's nothing more that these kids did but show heart week after week. They were supposed to lose to Fairfield. They were supposed to lose to Princeton. They were behind on the Mason game. This team fought back. Their best, some of their better players got hurt. They stepped up. They made this school proud. Not just for the play on the field, but the heart that this team showed.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. And in the midst of all that, it kind of gets overlooked, right? But in the midst of all that, they were dealing also with the question of a levy passage just a few weeks ago as to whether or not that was going to pass, and it was.
You lose your starting middle linebacker, who's arguably your top defender in the middle of the season.
And a junior, Michael Best, who will be back next year, but you lose him to knee issues, and then you also lose
Jalen Thomas last week. You come off a big win in a playoff game and an unfortunate automobile accident. You lose arguably your best offensive weapon coming into this game, and any Cardinals at every step were there.
Hey, Mike, give us a little ambient, Mike. So again, Jalen, if you're listening, we're with you. Your community's with you, and we're gonna if anybody's got a GoFundMe, we're gonna have it up on Twitter. We're gonna have it up on our Facebook page. There are probably still T-shirts available, or even if you want to contact the school and just drop off some cash. We are Colerain because we are a community that sticks together through everything. So, guys, any last words?
No, just really super excited for what this team did this year. Best of luck to the Elder Panthers as they move on as regional champions. They'll play Springfield next week in a site TBD. Hopefully they represent Cincinnati and Region 4 well and can, bring it back some hardware to the Cincinnati area. So, best wishes to them. And, as a reminder to everyone, we'll obviously be working in tandem with Waycross as we get ready to enter the basketball season. The girls kick off their season tomorrow, and the boys not that long after that with the new head coach, Cosgrove. Head coach Cosgrove for the Colerain boys, who is just the excitement around that program has been tremendous. So encourage anyone and everyone to try and follow along with the winter sports as well, as they're always fun to watch at Colerain High School. Anything else from you fellas? All good? Well, for the last time, for Brian and Brandon Wyatt and Mike Rourke, along with Alex Kaiser and Jason Helfrich on the sidelines, this is Chris Simonitis from WeAreColerain.com thanking you for joining us all season long and for being supportive of Colerain High School athletics. Thanks, and have a great night. We are Colerain.com.